happy? How did I forget happy? How did I forget happy? How did I forget happy? How did I got a couple dollars about to pay some rent? Okay, just made $1 from my 15 cents. That 50 my lady got my back, so I took that 2 cents. And I know how to act, cause I got that sense. How did I forget? I'm happy. How did I forget? I'm happy. How did I forget? Mama said if I know better, I'ma do better. Dad said this day ain't the worst, it's gon' work. Uncle John called, I could tell I made him so proud. Didn't tell him what I did, that story got around. My daughter told me that I could be so judgy. She still smiled after telling me that she love me. Told my son that I love him and it don't feel awkward. He got the crib and some whips, please don't do it. How did I forget? How did I forget happy? 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 How did I got a couple dollars about to pay some rent? Okay, just made $1 from my 15 cents. That 50 my lady got my back, so I took that 2 cents. And I know how to act, cause I got that sense. How did I forget? I'm happy. How did I forget? I'm happy. How did I forget? Got a big smile while I rub these 2 nickels. Cry for success, don't leave tears on the tissue. Challenge my fears while dodging those issues. Pull up with the team in the bus that just passed you. Feeling like the plug, they showing the love. It's hard to give up, we don't need your stinking luck. All my friends up front, resources all we want. Flex on a Saturday and gon' pay for that. How did I forget? I'm happy. How did I forget happy? 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 How did I got a couple dollars about to pay some rent? Okay, just made $1 from my 15 cents. That 50 my lady got my back, so I took her 2 cents.
Yo, y'all see what it do?
Yeah.
Y'all see what it do right there? You know what I'm saying?
Took her 2 cents.
Hey, yo, first of all, Happy New Year to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Happy fucking New Year. You know what I'm saying? It's the first episode of 2022. I'm your boy, Worldarama, and I happen to have a guest host in here with me today. His name is none other than Rakim the comedian.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
We out here, Grindhard Television, sstreetmedia. We in the building. The first song that we introed the show with today is actually a song from Mr. L, a.k.a. L More Beats, a.k.a. Saturdays with Mr. L. We got this guy in the building, and he's definitely working.
Yeah.
He's definitely moving around. We're going to talk to him about his whole project. We're going to go into a couple songs with him. He's going to let y'all know what he's doing, what he's been doing, what he got going, coming up. Oh, yeah. And we're going to get into a bunch of new records. We're going to get into a new record with me and Lesha. Lesha be here in a little while.
Hold up.
Me and Rakim, we got a lot to talk about, because if y'all don't notice, we got some awards that we just got. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that. You posted that early. Congratulations,
you know
man.
We got some awards.
He did. He brought his. I ain't bring mine.
Where yours at, bro?
It's home.
Mike?
Mine is home.
Shout out to Blaze the Mike. Shout out
Colors, Blaze the Mic. She just was in the live on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We got one for Worldarama, outstanding media work and musical accomplishments. I appreciate that.
Yeah, word. Thank you for having me. I watch, you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing the pictures. I see you be grinding.
Yo, Rakim,
do
man,
your thing.
I fucks with you, my nigga, because you know what? There's not too many comedians that can just go to events and wing that shit. And yo, you be winging that shit, like not in a bad way. Like you're not a comedian that has to write down his shit and go and say it. Like, you know how to go there and you can talk about what's going on in the fucking place and it be funny. Because there's comedians that be at places that be having a written shit and they don't be funny.
Right.
But you be having niggas dying laughing. And you got more of a kind of comedian type of, some people could take your shit the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes the
Most
truth
definitely.
hurts, but it'd be funny. So
Exactly.
shout out to you.
Thank you.
Since we was at this award show together and we was both getting awards and me and you have hosted so many events together, I felt that it was only right that I bring you on the show. And not only bring you on the show, but you co-host with me. Back to the award show. So, yo, Rakim, like, what did you think of the award show? And this was Colors BTM, Blaze the Mic Awards. And what did you think about it, Rakim?
Well, besides the fact that it started late.
But that's normal.
Yeah. Other than that, I thought it was cool. I mean, I had a great time. So it was one of the last events of the year. You know what I'm saying? What we've all been going through. So I went and just enjoyed myself, to tell you the truth. So
Yo, is it not funny as hell that Colors could pull up and like halfway through the event and the shit still turn out to be popping? Like,
yeah.
Like whatever she do, because everybody was already partying. I got there like 2 hours late anyway, because I already knew she was gonna be late.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
I got there about 72 hours late.
That's Mr. L, y'all. So
He knew.
So
Hell no.
we got there and we was partying, drinking. Shout out Nat Fisher. Shout out Pretty
Yeah.
Good. Shout out all, like the goats that was there. It was really nice.
It was
and
dope.
when she got there, as soon as she got there, she started the show. The mime guy came on and you roasted his ass crazy.
I mean-
shout out to the mime dude. But you roasted this motherfucker.
He's the
son.
only mom that I knew that talked.
Yo.
I was like, I had a full conversation with this brother. I was like, do you forget you got the white mask on your face?
Yeah. Yo, bro.
Yeah, the makeup on, he was bumming.
You at that time I was still outside, you know what I'm saying, drinking or whatever. Because in the RL hotel, it's the lobby and then it's the back hotel.
Yes.
Little yard. So everything was practically together, but we had like little drink and smoke areas and then sit down areas. If you was cold, you could sit inside. So it was nice. Colors, you did your thing with that shit. Like I appreciate
Nah,
I
people
appreciate
showed
it.
up. People
It was
showed
packed
up.
in there
Yeah,
too.
it was
Colors,
definitely packed.
She always had that shit packed. Shout out Blaze the Mic Awards. That shit was fucking lit, yo. I thank you for the awards. Y'all see,
Yes.
I got my shits right there.
Yeah, he has.
I was trying to get out there, but I had that trip out to Gary, Indiana.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. This
Oh.
this Mr. L right here, y'all.
Who
This
wants to
this
be in
music.
Gary,
L
Indiana
was
for the New
in-
Year's?
Happy Gary and Indiana
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Reggie Miller.
The
Yes.
birthplace of Michael Jackson. Thank you.
Yeah, he was like, all right.
That's where the booking took me.
Yo, but what brought you out there? Since we on that now, like what brought you
We
out
had to do a New Year's party for the Hard Rock Casino. They got a new casino that just opened up there in May. So who opens up a casino in the middle of a pandemic? But they did that. And it was kind of lit. It was crazy.
Was it
Like
packed
oh
in
my
there?
God, it's nuts. The casino was. You would think during the pandemic you can't pack a casino. Somebody lied.
Yo, when it come to getting money,
Getting money, right.
I don't think nothing is
Yeah,
stopping that
it
because
was
this whole
nuts.
pandemic shit is really about money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's the little people, the little mom and pop stores who had to shut down and lose money. It wasn't about their money. It was about the bigger pharmaceutical, governmental type of things. Their whole plan.
I mean, everybody had some kind of come up during the pandemic.
I ain't even gonna hold you like the pandemic wasn't bad for me. Like my money was not funny. during the pandemic.
Well,
And I was like, yo, to be honest with
I
you,
had some breaches.
nah, but
Yeah,
real talk.
I was like, yo, where is all this money coming from that I'm not getting any of?
and I'm not, and I didn't
get
get no,
none
I
of
didn't
it.
get no PPP loan. I wasn't able to
Yeah.
get that. I wasn't able to get unemployment with the extra $600, $1,200 a month type shit. I wasn't getting none
No,
of that.
no.
I didn't
$1,200
get none
a
of that.
week.
I was
until we
grinding
get-
my ass off.
Yeah, bro. And there was
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of
saying?
dudes out
Happy
there in
New
the
Year's,
hood.
Gladys.
There was a lot of dudes out in the hood scamming cats too.
Yes, it's a lot of
I'm
scamming
gonna help
going
you
on.
out with your unemployment. These brothers never worked a day in their damn lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody had unemployment, and that's where all the scooters and motorcycles came from. You see this the uptake in that? I'm like,
you, this shit is
yo.
funny.
I'm like, oh Lord, the dirty gangs are out.
Yo, I ain't
Ain't
gonna
none of
front.
them brothers clean.
And they all was electrical bikes though.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
hold up. So you saying they with that unemployment money, they was buying official dirt bikes?
Oh yeah, come on, man. Everybody came up with that.
Yeah,
Come
But you
on,
know
that
what's
was no
you know what's
secret.
fucked up about
Where
that?
they all come
Police
from?
was taking dudes' bikes and crushing them with fucking construction machines and shit. So you was spending your money on that shit, and they was taking
Yeah.
your bikes and crushing them.
Well, look. I just always seen them laughing at police. Like, they didn't care. Like, yo, them dudes on them bikes don't care about nothing.
See, but you didn't see that. You didn't see the backstory of that,
Yeah.
how their bikes was getting taken and getting crushed at a garbage heap or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Dudes,
crazy.
that's foul because a lot of them bikes was $1,200 and up.
Oh, yeah, well.
You was wasting like a whole check plus your extra incentive money on a bike when they caught you for your shit. Because police knew how to zigzag and catch a few people. They'll know how to block off a couple dudes.
Yeah, because
and
everybody's not a professional.
Hey, when you ain't got a driver's license and you got to get around, get a bike.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? You know what's really dangerous about that though? Because I was thinking about that the other day. Because I drive a lot, and all these people with these scooters and these little electric bikes with no insurance.
Nothing. They
You
out
know
there.
what I'm saying?
Right. Out there, road dog and earth.
Yeah, like let's hear. I have to pay my insurance. You should pay yours. You hit my car, I'm done. Like, like, what am I gonna do?
Nothing you can do about that.
Exactly. So yeah, you know.
Oh, you forgot you left something out, world.
What?
Congratulations, 17th anniversary.
Yes,
Dog, how you not gonna go there? Happy 17th
17th
anniversary.
We was gonna get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I
You know
skip
what I'm saying?
the?
We
Did I
was
skip
gonna
the
get to
line?
that.
I
See,
jumped
you a
ahead.
host. You a host for Saturdays with Mr. L. So you like you're a host too. You can't just be like a guest.
Right.
You know why?
So I just we gonna host it today. We all gonna host it
All I'm
today.
saying, if you leave a pocket of air for me to go
I see
ham and
that.
say something,
It's gonna be
see that.
sad.
I'm taking that.
There it
I
is.
see-
Congratulations. I see the cards up. You got the hops in the back.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Those is cards we just leave around. Those is like
Word?
memorable.
I'm put that in my-
cards.
I'm put that in my
you can
pocket.
have
I got my
that, you know what I'm saying?
memorabilia.
But the host
There you go.
retired. They ain't rapping.
I mean, that's what I was gonna
How you
say.
retired? What?
You're
How old
the
are they?
youngest rappers in history to retire.
He just said a hops retired.
Yeah, they
they actually
retired.
did. I ain't gonna hold you like they are not rapping.
So that
no
means you
more.
need to have some more kids, so you have some more hops at work.
No, that means I'm just gonna put out more music.
You ain't gonna make a hop 5 and 6. You
know
ain't
what?
gonna do
I
it.
think they just retired because I worked them too hard.
Yes, you did. They were like, Daddy,
worked
this
it
is
too
your
hard.
dream. We want to play 2K.
But that's funny though. It wasn't my dream to have them rapping. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go get
Yeah, all right,
police.
yeah,
Well, a
yeah.
lot of artists they come in there with the intent to do the work, and when they see how much work is involved, and how much needs to get done to polish yourself and condition yourself to be an artist that can be lucrative.
Right.
When you see that, then some people be like, "Nah, bro, that's too much work for not enough."
Yeah. And look. That's
that's
like
not
being
true.
Michael
That's not
Jordan's
true.
son. If you Michael Jordan's
No,
son,
I
you
watch
got a lot
artists
to
give
live
up all
up
the time.
to. So, the Hobbs, you've been out here grinding forever, so they have a lot to live
Yeah,
up to.
but them little dudes
And they've
get
been doing
paid,
it.
man. I was paying them at every show, man. It was actually at a point.
It wasn't enough, man. They
Yo,
wanted a raise, bro.
Nah, it wasn't even about the raise. It was you know what? That's what I'm saying. A lot of people never really know the backstory, but it was a lot of things going on behind the scenes with because they got different mothers. So it was like me bringing them together to do these shows, and then now they got to be around each other. And it was
Snap.
like
I ain't expect to get the real life story of World of Rama and the
right.
Hobbs.
But I'm
Y'all
saying-
with crisscross for real.
Yo, but I'm saying when you get the real
Was
deal.
a Rolling Stone.
You get the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just come in and
All
just
right.
be regular. Watch out for
Wherever
the cameras,
he
y'all.
put his raps, he rolled.
Yeah.
We
are
got Leash
live.
coming in, and Mrs.
Grindhard.
Fundamentum. Watch out for the cameras, y'all. Just come on past.
Television.
Yeah. That's it. Come on, Lee. She got
It's
the
poppin',
Fundamentum
it's poppin',
joint
queen.
on. What?
You should be rocking that flowers right now on the entry, man.
Nah. See, they walking in while we already going live and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna bring them in at the first music break.
Nice.
But yeah. So basically, it's deeper than rap.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than rap. So I feel like them saying, you know what, Dad, we want to chill right now. It's more things in their mind that they thinking about than what I'm thinking about. And me understanding that, I'm like, all right, fine. So it's still going to be a Horse series. Actually, this week will be a new Horse series dropping where I'm discussing and we talking about things that we've done, or you'll see past shows.
The
that
Hobbs
they've
series,
done.
I don't know about the Hobbs series.
The
Tell me
Horse
about the Hobbs
series is
series.
actually, the one season is already up out there on Facebook and is on Roku.
Oh, cool.
Long Island Entertainment. And that series is about me raising my kids. Wherever I go to their school, doing little school
So you out here
activities.
like Reverend Run.
Yo, basically,
Oh, that's what's up.
basically, I'm like,
I didn't know about that. See, why didn't you tell
I'm
me about
teaching-
that?
I'm
You was
teaching-
on my show. You ain't talk about the
I
Hobbs
did.
series.
That's all I've been talking about was a horse. That's it. But this will be the second season.
Okay.
And it'll be about the horse and everything that we do as a family. And sometimes it'll be some drama. You know what I'm saying? So it's a backstory behind them not wanting to rap no more. And they'll talk about that, or you'll see it in the series.
It's going to be in the series, okay.
Yeah, you'll see different things in the series that'll be
Okay, cool.
problematic
That's
for y'all to understand why they don't want to really come out and
I saw the soft re-release of the Christmas record.
Yeah, well, it's not even a re-release. So those 4 records that they got out, those songs will be out there forever until they decide to do more music.
Okay.
But if not, that's all you'll have of them.
Okay, what's the 4 records we have? You got
Every Single Day.
Every Single
the
Day,
hit record
right.
they got out. Gonna Win is the first record that they did. The Christmas record that you saw of. And we have the Charlie Says, the record that they did in your studio.
Oh, shit, that's right. Recorded
Charlie
in More Beat
Says.
Studio. That's what's up.
Recorded in More Beat Studio and shit. And it's a whole backstory behind that, too, that we could get into.
Oh, man. Do we really want to talk about that recording night?
Season 2.
Do we want to talk about that song?
Season 2.
Oh, man.
So that's basically the situation with the Hoffs and stuff like that. But as they get older and they feel like they want to do it again, they'll come back and do it. But for right now, Hoff 4 Carell, he's 9 years old and he builds like TikTok pages.
Nice.
So he you can't go live on TikTok unless you got over 1,000 followers. Now he built his first page and he got over 1,000 followers mad fast. I'm like, how you getting all these followers so fast? He's like, Dad, I know how to edit up and make stuff. So, but TikTok found out that he was young, so they banned his page. He cried a little bit about it because he was sad. Like, how they gonna ban me? You know what I'm saying? So he went and
After I got up to 1,000, like it took you to me to get to 1,000 people before you banned me.
right.
Well, you know.
Little suspect in my opinion.
That's because once they seen him going live, they realized, oh, this is a little kid. So I hollered at the biggest family on TikTok, the D'Amelios,
right.
And I was like, yo, Mark, what's up? Put a word in. Like, let them know they banning my little kid. Like, so he was like, it's like if you're underage. And
If you're under 13, you can't have those social platforms.
They could stop you. So I'm like, why would they wait till he over 1,000 followers? He was like, sometimes it's the algorithms. That's how they caught him. So you know what this little guy did? He went and started another page.
And said he was 18.
Yo, he know how to freak it. So I'm like, yo, this little 9-year-old be editing up little videos that's pertainable to now.
Mm-hmm.
This little guy is back to over 1,000 followers again. My first page, I'm still not over 1,000 followers. I'm like 700.
And why is he managing your TikTok?
I told him, I said, yo, bro, I said, sell me that page. I said, yo, because remember what he put.
Oh, you finessing the sell?
I'm finessing the sale. Fuck it. I'm trying to teach this little dude how to sell shit. Yo, you see Russell all
You are the ultimate businessman.
You build something and you sell that shit. Once that shit get big enough to where you can make a
sell it,
profit,
make money
you
off
sell
that.
it. And that's
You
what
sell
I'm
it.
showing
That's
him, right?
business. It's
So
business.
I'm like, yo, why don't you just sell me that page, yo? So he like, nah, Dad, I want this one. I want this. They didn't catch me on this one. I want this one. So I'm like, yo, so you need to manage a page
They'll
for
catch
me.
him now.
Yo, in less than 5 minutes, this dude went and started me a page, sent me the password, everything link, and was like, Dad, work on that, and I'll help you with it. Like that fast. So this guy is like a little he is such a little genius that I don't care if he raps, honestly, because there's so much more I can do with him. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Found
far
his
as
own lane.
Hoff 3, he's 13 now, and you know what happens when you turn 13.
Oh.
You're into girls, and you out there, and you trying to do this, and you trying to do that. So he all of a sudden feel like he don't want to rap no more because his brother don't want to rap. So they was cool and comfortable doing it together. So now that he's 13 and he's into girls and all this other stuff, he like, Dad, you know what? I don't really want to disappoint you, but I don't want to rap like that no more either. So I was like, all right, cool. So I said to him, so what you want to do?
But there's a backstory to that when you smacked them too.
Right.
Like, what you say?
Yeah.
All this time and effort I put into you.
Yeah. No, but you know,
So you ain't got the Joe Jackson energy.
No, I didn't Joe Jackson him.
Get back in line. Tito, Jermaine, come out that damn room. Oh yeah.
You saw World's Face just now. I kind of did, but they flexed back.
He know he ain't taking like that.
It ain't work.
He know he ain't taking like that.
Look.
Them kids was scared to death to tell you they ain't want to rap no more.
Exactly. They was scared. I ain't gonna front.
I know they were.
They was scared to death. But
Like, oh Lord, we gotta have this conversation.
I didn't Joe Jackson them, but I told them, since y'all ain't rapping no more, if you don't go out and work, you don't eat. So Hall 4 is not eat, not food, but I mean money.
I said,
He trying to correct it. He said, hold up. Somebody, they might be listening.
Let me think about that for a second.
I gave him a chicken sandwich yesterday.
No more cereal.
no more breakfast for you.
So Hall 4 says to me, he says, Dad, I want to get that new game, but if I don't do no shows, I won't get paid. So he said I needed to do 4 more shows to make enough to get that.
That's
He
how
already
it's supposed
did
to
the
think,
math.
though.
He already
That's
did
how
the
it
math.
works.
So I'm like, so you know that now, huh? He was like, yeah. So I was like, so now you know decisions that you make in life. You got to deal with
When
those
you quit,
decisions.
you quit.
You quit, you quit. You quit, you don't get paid.
That's right.
what it is. So he was like, oh, man. So he thought about it, but his moms went and, babied him up and bought him whatever. So you know how it goes. It's relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 parents here. I could Joe Jack them all day and be mad and do whatever and make them feel like, yo, you're gonna feel this if you don't do this. But it's always another parent to go against you and do whatever they want to do.
Well, you need a balance, so you know what I'm saying.
So, and I ain't mad at that. My main objective is being in their lives and being a father to them and them knowing me and me leaving them something. What I'm teaching them now about business and learning how to do business, and if you quit, you don't get paid and stuff like
navigating that income.
These are lessons
that dollar.
they'll know ahead of people when they get older. Because if I knew all of the business shit that I know when I was younger, just coming in the game, I would have been a millionaire already.
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm saying? So
well, we get it
I
when
feel
we get
good
it.
that I'm their father and I'm there with them teaching them this stuff and they know each other because they got
dope.
different mothers and it was easy. It's easy for a father to not let their kids know each other or be around each other or be in a group together with 2 women that ain't getting along with each other.
Oh, so nobody told you it was cheaper to keep her?
Yeah, I guess
Sometimes it's harder to keep
you
them.
missed that with the same lesson.
Harder to make them stay. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's harder to make them stay.
Yeah, that's why them kids is finally out the
it's
basement.
harder to make them
Children finally out the
stay.
basement.
But my main objective is being a father to my children no matter what. So
Now you always
Respect.
been like
and
that's
I
how I
love
met you,
all of the
like,
mothers too.
rocking
I
with them.
appreciate all of them for having children by me and you know what I'm saying, doing the best they can and assisting me in being parents with this child. Even,
Yeah,
you
I know a lot of fathers that
Word
don't
up.
have the ability to co-parent.
Right.
So
Like
congratulations on that, man.
My father, you know what I'm saying? I don't know his ass. Him and my moms couldn't co-parent, so that turned into me not knowing his ass. So it happens.
I don't even want a parent. I don't give a damn about my co-parent. Like, yo,
Apparently.
I'm not a no parent. I'm a no parent. Like, no.
Apparently,
No, go on with your mother.
You know what I'm saying?
What she said. That's it for me.
Wow, fuck it.
That's daddy business. Like, yo, go ahead. Your mother said it. Go ahead. It's cool.
So basically, ultimately we started off. We was talking about the BTM awards. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You got your award. What you got your award for?
For my comedy accomplishments, what the fuck was that?
You accomplished a lot.
I'm just like, yeah, okay. She didn't know what to write at that point.
You accomplished a lot in comedy.
Yeah, yes, no. She, it was interesting.
You're still alive?
The first one I got was the best comedian, like the newest, like new joint, 2019. She gave. Then she should have. Like,
I don't think I was at that one. I
think that was in Brooklyn somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think I was at that
2019.
one.
But she had 5. I was like, okay, I know you 10 years. I only been to 2.
Yeah, I've been to a Thanksgiving one she had one year.
Right.
And I've been to this Christmas one right here. And I've been to a lot of other events.
See,
that
right.
do.
But
We
see, she
always,
only had 2.
Actually, me and you was always hosting a lot of
That's
that
what I'm
joint.
saying. She only had 2.
World is so supportive. He came out to my year-end event, my More Beach year-end celebration
Oh, cool.
about 2 weeks
Yo,
ago.
I ain't gonna front. When I walked in
appreciate
y'all
you, bro.
shit and I seen all of them sandwiches and everything sitting around.
Oh yeah, we gotta feed people, bro.
The first thing I
yeah.
thought about was the
They didn't-
commissioner.
Yeah, because
she
I
did that
always
shit.
yell at her
Yeah.
Food is important.
about overfeeding people. Yes, you can.
How? Well, you know what? He is correct.
I mean,
And
it cost
here's
a couple
my case in
dollars.
point. Case in point, you ever been to a barbecue in the summer
Yep.
and people call you and be like, yo, what they got? Make me a plate. And they ain't even there. So you can't overfeed people.
Okay.
You might be feeding people that ain't even at the party.
Well, that's
Well, when
another
I walked
story.
in,
Shout out to
I
Rebel
walked in,
Cafe.
when I walked in, I seen a lot of sliders,
yo.
a lot of wings.
Gotta feed
I seen
people.
a lot of stuff, but you know
So
the
that's
only
what's up.
problem with that was that I wanted to eat some, but it seemed like it was out there already, and people was kind of iffy about touching it after it was there. Because when you first walked in and you see food, you're like, oh shit, there's food everywhere. But then you look at it and you be like, damn, it's this dude sitting all over it. People all got their stuff
Oh,
all
wow.
around.
He just destroyed that whole buffet. I'm
just saying.
He was like, y'all fed
Yeah,
us,
let me
but
tell
people
you
was
something.
breathing
I
on
wasn't
it.
there
Since
early. The pandemic, the buffet ain't the same.
So what I
I
feel,
was like, nobody knew it was a buffet.
yo, but listen, when I
like,
came, I was like, yo, this is
Yo,
dope.
that's funny.
I was like, yo, they
Yo,
they
funny.
definitely did it right. The performance was lit. The groups
cool.
was dope. the commish performed, and I was so surprised.
Yeah,
at her.
she's part of one of the 15 albums that we put out this year.
Yo,
the
like,
record label put out 15 albums this year. That's right,
Oh,
More
that's what's
Beats
up.
released
Hand clap to that.
15
Yeah, okay.
albums this year.
Yo, that's
And
a
that's
lot
what
of
we
fucking
was
albums.
celebrating the 15 albums produced by More Beats. And Jerry
wow.
was on a track with one of our artists.
Her name is the commish.
The commissioner, sorry. Jerry
Yeah,
Get It
yeah,
Done.
giving up
Jerry
governments on air.
_ Get It Done, aka the commissioner of More
Ooh,
Beats.
yeah.
I could tell you a funny story about
Do it.
why we call her the commissioner. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I had two artists in the room that had Instagram beef.
Oh, snap.
You know, it's not real beef. They just kind of coming at each other because they both want to be my proteges. I mentor a lot of young artists coming up, and they were supposed to be following each other on social media,
Right.
But they did at one moment, and then another moment, one of them chose not to follow the other, and then he made a post about one of the tracks he was recording. So months later, we all forgot about it. Water under the bridge.
She said months.
And I got the artist working in there, and the other artist walks in. He goes, "Yo, bro, we need to talk about that you did on Instagram." And he stood up. And now I'm looking like, oh, it's about to go down in the studio. You know, I'm sitting there like, I love both of y'all, so let's see what happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you was gonna let the spark
No,
fly?
hey, sometimes
okay.
the spark need to happen in order for
I'm
the
glad
energy
you
to
said
pass
that.
through.
Yo, I'm glad he said that because I'm going to speak about
Yeah,
something.
'cause
The
that's
commissioner immediately goes, "Yo, why don't y'all just settle that in the booth?" And I'm like, "Okay." Now they're like, "Yeah, we got bug. We're gonna go bar for bar. They recording the record."
Oh, that's what's up.
She had already sent the chirp out to another artist that something was going down. Mind you, I have a producer protege that I work with called Bass Violator, right?
Okay.
And one of the artists' name is very close to his name, but not the same name, right? So she called in the other artist. He come running down there like something going down, right? She goes, "Yo, I heard he had a problem with bass," but it was the other artist, and he's sitting there like, "Yo,
Wow.
you chirped somebody?"
Yo.
You sit there, and then it was the jokes
said that.
about.
She said that
Then
Annie.
they started calling her Commissioner Gordon because she was sending for Batman. And now,
That's why you got
now
the name
she's the commissioner of More Beats.
Yo, but the commissioner kind of fit you though. Like you,
Commissioner,
definitely-
she
'cause
keep
when you
things-
think of the
keeps-
commissioner,
Yeah,
you think of
yeah.
somebody that gets shit
Then
done.
let me
You
holler
said
at-
it.
Commissioner, she
The
get it
commissioner
done.
because I get shit
Shit
done.
done.
Said it in
Oh,
your
you
rhyme.
listening to the record?
Yeah.
All right.
Nigga, I
Hear
pay
Me Roar is
attention.
available on streaming
Yes,
platforms.
that's a
Series
fact.
Voice. Go get that.
Yo, that's dope.
Yeah,
but
that's
see,
right.
that's you. It always
Shameless plugs
whenever
are
you
always
say
good.
send that addy, it can happen.
Yep.
So, and back to what you said about sometimes it needs to happen for people to understand.
Yes.
Back to what we was talking about the fucking
First
colors.
of all, it was you talking about it.
The crazy thing is, all the things that happen now need to happen in its infancy. Like when we're building stuff, all the stuff that might happen after the big checks come need to happen when we ain't getting the big checks.
Exactly. No,
you
no,
get
that's
all
real.
that energy out the way.
Yes.
So when you got
I'm glad
$2
you
million
said
on the
that.
table, ain't at risk to getting screwed up because
Right.
we dealt with that
Right.
situation. We know how to get by it when somebody put money in front of us.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. So it needed
But
to
see, the
happen.
No, you're
problem
right
with
about
that
that.
is
You're correct.
that
I like the
before
way-
the millions come on the table, some people's getting hundreds or thousands, and they feel like they're bigger than what they are, and that be the problem. So you gotta alleviate those motherfuckers before
Exactly.
it gets to that. Because to some people, hundreds of dollars and thousands is a lot to them, as opposed to you looking at millions and billions.
Since you went there,
Yes.
let's talk about the concept of my album.
He's on it.
So on the cover, on the album artwork, it's on my chest right here. I'm wearing my Jumpstart T-shirt.
what's up.
But the
Oh,
picture
yeah,
you
yeah,
sent
the
us
bus-
was you like
the
working
bus.
on a car.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
that's
said
just
you could-
that's press release images.
bus
But this
thing
is
is
the
popping.
album artwork, and it's a
Right.
bus.
Jumpstart.
So yeah, the I guess the image that I sent you was a picture of me. That was going to be the original artwork, but then art direction by 1335 Clothing Line. We came in and we did this collaboration T-shirt to Long Live Phoenix. Shout out to Long Live Phoenix, 1335 Clothing Co. We came
So
up with
who's
this
on this
T-shirt. That's me jump starting the bus.
Okay, cool.
I'm jump starting the bus. So when I talk to my crew, I talk to them. I say, yo, listen,
okay.
you either on the bus with us or you're not on the bus.
got you.
And it's okay for you to get off a stop, meet us at another stop, and get back on.
All right.
So that's why we jump start in 2022.
So I like what you said right there. So you're okay.
I'm okay with temporary seats on the bus because I always got somebody to fill that seat.
Right, but if a person gets off the bus, are you willing to let that person get back on the bus?
Absolutely, if the seat is vacant.
I'm about to say, but
There's 59 seats on some buses, right? As we go from stop to stop, some people come off, some people get on. Some people come off, some people get on. But in our road, we are at different stops.
I like the concept.
Toward the goal.
I like how you
So
saying
if you
that.
are at the stop that we're at, you welcome on the bus. But you got to be at the stop.
Even if that person was already on the bus,
They
and
could
got
get
their
off at
dumb
stop
ass
10,
off,
but if they at stop 40, that means they worked their way to stop 40. They just did it without me. They can get back on the bus. F-A-seat is available.
Well, see, you know
F a
what?
seat is
that's very
available.
kind
He
of
doesn't
you.
have a local
No,
bus.
that's
He
it's
has
called
a
it's
real,
called a
like,
mentality.
like a
Each
Greyhound
stop
bus.
is a mentality level. Every stop is evolution of what you are becoming as an artist or as a person. So if you're at stop 40 and I see that you're at stop 40, yeah, get on the bus, bro. It's a seat. But when you get off, remember, somebody is waiting to sit in your warmed up seat.
Well,
if you get off,
Well, you know what?
and it might not be there when you get back.
That's kind of like the concept of you with the Hoffs. Like, they may jump off now, but they may come back later. So you know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely
Later
right,
on
but
in
those
time.
are my sons, and I would
know.
always welcome them back
Right.
on my bus.
So that
But
happened with my brother
New
this year.
Year's- See, there
That
you
happened
go.
with my brother
So
this
my
year.
New Year's
Your brother got
resolution
back on
is
the bus?
He got
if we
back on
don't
the
run
bus.
back on the bus.
See,
My
my
New Year's
real time got
resolution is
back on the
if me and
bus.
my family, and sometimes it's also
Hey.
family too. If you get off that bus and we ain't working out, ain't no next stop for you, my nigga.
Oh.
That bus gonna run your fucking
Joe
toes
Jackson's
over.
back.
Well, that's why we got the
that's
guy
it.
here that's ran over by the bus.
Yeah, see now. Yeah, okay. So now you know what I'm talking about. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on this. We're gonna come back with more of this.
that's funny.
We're gonna go into another record off the Jumpstart project. We're gonna play the new record with me and Leash after, and we're gonna have Leash in here too. We're gonna talk more about it. We'll be back with more Grindhard TV, sstreetmedia. Elmore
Yeah,
Beats,
yeah,
Rakim the Comedian,
yeah,
Leash,
yeah.
Leash. We in here. What up?
What up? What's poppin'?
It's in the wind. I leave my pain in the wind. I can't complain cause I win. So I leave all this pain in the wind. My pain lives in the wind. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. In the wind. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. In the wind. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. In the wind. Letting it go. My pain lives in the wind. Found out I can't control it all. Found out I don't have the ball. Found out I can't follow y'all. Found out I'm the one that made it stall. Found out I'm working too hard, enough to make those calls. Found out goal to goal, there's some control bounce from a fall. Get back to it, reset. Get back to the project. Task to task, made a profit. Got that accomplished. So we love those goals. It's the perfect rejection. Used to shelter this pain. Now the wind protects that. In the wind. I leave my pain in the wind. I can't complain cause I win. So I leave all this pain in the wind. My pain lives in the wind. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. In the wind, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. In the wind, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. In the wind, letting it go. My pain lives in the wind. Let the drama grow wings. If you agree, help me sing. Inspiration's my thing. Keep what hurts in a sling. Got smiles to bring. Can't pretend you don't see this grin. Celebrating friends, it's easy wins. These kites that Aladdin. It's in the wind. I leave my pain in the wind. I can't complain cause I win. So I leave all this pain in the wind. My pain lives in the wind. In the wind. In the wind. In the wind. My pain lives in the wind. Inhale with ease, enjoy the breeze, it's just a memory. Exhale and freeze, enjoy the breeze, it's gonna be what it gonna be. Inhale with ease, enjoy the breeze, it's just a memory. Exhale and freeze, live in the breeze, let it be what it gonna be. I leave that pain in the wind. I hate that I pretend that the pain won't connect to my friends. Just wanna see us win. Just wanna see us win. Just wanna see us win. I won't complain. The pain stays in the wind. I leave my pain in the wind. I can't complain cause I win. So I leave all this pain in the wind. My pain lives in the wind. Gotta let go, gotta let go, gotta let go. Let it go. Gotta let go, gotta let go, gotta let go. Let let it go. Gotta let go, gotta let go, gotta let go. Let it go. Gotta let go, gotta let go, gotta let go. To let it go. Had to let it go. Learn to let it go. Had to let it go. Cause the pain needs it's in the wind. I leave my pain in the wind. I can't complain cause I win. So I leave all this pain in the wind. My pain lives in the wind. In the wind. In the wind. In the wind. My pain lives in the wind. Busy on the track, busy on the track.
I'm gon' have what I want, take everything I'm gon' get. Cause I'm a go-getter, go figure, bout my figures and chips. And I'm on realer, no nigga gon' stop me and my kids. Generational wealth, it's education and health. That's why my presence is felt. I grab the mic and it melt. Fundamentum, track blessing, not to mention studio session. This flow lethal as weapons. Get the step in to learn a lesson. Curious George Jetson, kick the door cause I want it. I'm not just bragging, I'm flossing. And you just mad cause I'm talking. You'll get dragged, so stop fronting. And I'm so glad cause we bustin'. None of my team y'all can touch him. That's word to my mother, father, my brother, sister, and cousin. You thought you was, but you wasn't. Y'all roaches really be bugging. These nuts you really be hugging. Just stick to the script and you'll make it no limits like Master P. I run verse with the verses, Stunner J verse bars after me. Blast the heat, spitting phlegm, QGTM, Queens get the money.
You can have what you want, there's no limit. Go and get it, and don't you give up. Yeah. You can have what you want, there's no limit. So go and get it. If you want it, it's waiting for you.
God, listen, yeah, the devil got my mind torn. I'm just trying to ball, but maybe got the wrong form. Singing my truth, but maybe had the wrong song. King of my city, call me Stunner J. Kong. Sky's the limit, I'm a star in my own space. They wanna judge, quarters in order, yeah, I'm a whole case. Stop playing, put my name up in the Hall of Fame. The only one to pop out the bunch, special vein. I'ma teach you how to ball, know the game. I put feeling in this shit, so yeah, I know the pain. All my life I'ma get it. I know these haters ain't with it, and watch they never admit it. Every show I'ma kill it. You can have what you want, baby, sky's the limit. I watch niggas give up on this shit cause they didn't listen. I had to go my own way, go different paths. Couldn't rock with certain niggas, it'll never last. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You can have what you want, there's no limits. Go and get it, and don't you give up. Yeah. You can have what you want, there's no limits. So go and get it. If you want it, it's waiting for you. You can have what you want, there's no limits. Go and get it, and don't you give up. Yeah.
So that was a new record from Elmore Beats. Mr. L, that's The Win.
The Winds.
And that was the joint
I leave my
called...
pain in the wind. I can't complain cause I win.
You produced all of them beats?
So I leave all this pain in the wind. Yes.
You did every last beat?
I produced every track, wrote every track. I got a track on that album called Ghostbusters because niggas thought I needed a ghost.
Oh, we
so I wrote a track called Ghostbuster because Jumpstart is the fucking Ghostbuster.
Look at that. Look at that.
Shit was fire.
She ain't afraid of no
Jumpstart, I don't need a ghost producer. I don't need a ghost writer. And I ain't afraid of your ghost.
Yeah.
Exactly. There it is.
I ain't afraid of your ghost.
So let me ask you something though. You own your publishing?
Yeah, of course. Because I have a publishing company that's been open since 1998.
What you through BMI, ASCAP?
I'm an ASCAP guy, but some of my guys are BMI. It's okay. We have BMI companies, ASCAP companies. We need both companies available.
So I know there's producers and managers out there that take from their artists. So What kind of producer are you, so I can send my
Everybody that works with me gets what they're entitled to. And the splits are accurate. I don't work with anybody that don't have an IPI. So if you ain't got a publishing society representing you, you can't even walk in my studio.
There it is.
I just don't do it. I just don't do it. Like
real
the way we
stuff.
get our money is through IPI. So as soon as they walk in, yo, you got publishing? Nah, all right, here, go to one of these websites. Because you can't, technically we're not supposed to solicit either or.
Okay.
But hey, these are companies that could manage a pro. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
so
what's
when
up.
somebody say, "Oh, you managing your PRO?" Go do that. You know what I'm saying?
See,
So
FYI, lesson
FYI,
learned.
lesson
That's
learned.
right.
Yeah, but when
That's
you
what
come
I'm
to
saying.
more
Jumpstart.
beats,
That's what's
I show people how to turn music and sound into a monetary value. They try to devalue our sound and our music, and I understand it because the bigger businesses need to devalue us so they can pay us less. But we need to remind them that this energy that the people are experiencing, this music that we're transcending, the sounds and all of the energy, like I focus very much on energy on this album. It's completely about songs that are close to what an F minor song would do to people. And I studied like what happy records do to people. And some people came to me and said, yo, the album's not personal enough. We don't hear enough pain. That was intentional. This album was designed for people to be inspired. That's why I got songs like In the Wind, My Pain is Left in the Wind, The Ghostbuster, we Ghostbusting that idea. I wrote that record because I had a difficult moment with a close friend of mine. And I'm working on the album. I had a very difficult moment with him. And I don't know, in the middle of like trying to translate in my mind why it happened, I was like, holy shit, bro, why are you mad? You forgot that you was happy. And I wrote a record and I made sure that the lyrics were A, B, C. Y'all gonna know why I'm happy because my mom's told me some things, my pops instilled some things. My Uncle John called me the day after that event, right? And said, he lives in Florence, South Carolina.
Right.
My cousins, whoever, I never told them about what happened. He called me and said, yo, I just heard about your year-end event. Heard you had your 15 artists on stage. Yeah, they smoked it. I heard the biggest night. I heard you got outshowed by some women that did Hear Me Roar. Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. Yo, that Hear Me Roar, with that moment in the night, it was iconic. Shout out to Sirius Voice, Mika Ave, and the commissioner. With that moment of the night, bro, the building was on fire.
Yeah, nice.
Upstage.
Yo, they was all on stage.
My night.
They was all on stage like this. Hear me roar. With the muscle emojis
it was
out here.
nuts, bro. You were there. You experienced it. The place was upside down. Cameraman got pushed to the side. I got cameraman like, bro, I almost got it, but all the women pushed me out the way. Yo, it was crazy.
That's what's
I got
up.
an edit coming out to Shots by Jay. He's doing a dope edit of a review tonight. That's coming out soon, and the world is about to experience what it is. And I'm working on a documentary because this journey this year has been crazy. I mean, yeah,
Yo,
15 albums in 1 year, man.
Congratulations
It's crazy.
to everything
Yeah,
you've been doing.
yeah, that sounds dope.
Because, yo, like,
Congrats.
you
That's right.
working, bro. Now,
I'm just trying to stay focused. I got the goals ahead of me, and I'm just trying to check the list. Because there's a lot of times it's really about the task and how you handle them. Like once you know what the goal is, now you got to figure out what tasks are associated with the goal. Now the task you check off, as you go through the task, you realize, oh, there's subtasks. Oh, I can't handle that task. Let's do those right there. So now the list becomes longer and longer. Me and the commissioner go through this all the time.
Right.
We want to accomplish this. We write down everything we think we need.
Correct.
And then along that task list, it's other things we didn't think about. And we just keep going and going and going and going. And then when you check the stuff off and you do one at a time or do 2 a day, you be like, damn, I'm closer to my goal than I thought. And a lot of us stop ahead of our goal because we don't realize we've checked everything on the list.
Exactly.
Like the moment is right next, it's right
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, right. You
You're going to get it
turn the
tomorrow.
corner
And
but
you just
stop.
forget. We've seen the meme with the guy hunting for the diamond and he's breaking underground. He's breaking underground. He's like
right
he's like
there.
2 inches from the diamond, right? And then somebody else come right behind him and say, yo, somebody mined here, and they stop working, and he goes in there, hit the thing 2 times and get the diamond.
Yeah.
All the work you've done when you stop, somebody's right behind you with
Yep.
your process.
That sounds like the
Waiting to
casino
take that
at the-
opportunity.
at the slots.
Every time, so I want everybody to understand this. Are you guys listening to me? Every time you quit, somebody's right behind you watching your process because they want to be like you. When you give up, you hand them your opportunity. Stop giving out your opportunities. You did the hard work. Go get it.
There it is.
yo, you saying that though, when I talk to the Hoffs about them not wanting to rap no more, I tell them, I say, yo, you know how many little kids, y'all inspired to do music, and now
Inspiration
y'all
is what
stopping.
it is, bro.
And I see so many little kid
Yeah.
groups now doing their thing, and I'll be just looking at them and like, yo, they all kind of the Hoff sparked all of this
Yeah.
shit.
Inspiration.
You beat them. You beat them boys up. I don't care. You beat them boys up. He feels like
He's
the
like,
Hawks.
we're gonna call him World O. Jackson.
He's like, yo, the
World
Hawks,
O. Jackson.
they just like I told him, you can't give up on your dreams because you made people have dreams, but now you gave up on your dream. No, they just want to do something
Hey,
else.
listen,
you know
we're
what I'm
all
saying? And
out
that's
here.
what it is.
We're all out here making
schools out there,
blueprints that
everyone.
people can
Good
follow.
children, right?
Yeah, we all out here.
My
And-
daughter does gymnastics. I'm like, I tell her mother, the day she get that shit up, boy, I'm gonna be like, she became a kid again, because you know, parents push you to do something,
Yeah.
and she's good though. My daughter's awesome. She's really
That's
awesome.
just
at
a
it.
sacrifice for
Did
what you want
push
to
her to be in
accomplish.
gymnastics, or she wanted to do that?
She always wanted to do it. And then I just opened up the door for her. I found a spot, you know what I'm saying? Power Move, shout out to them, black owned. And they've been rocking with her ever since. And she's been like 5 years in. So, she only 11 right now.
So we'll see her in
she
the
has
Olympics
time, yeah.
in about
Yeah,
2
she
more
has
years.
time.
Nah, because those Olympic people, they be like
Every
14
4.
and 15.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
she
she's rocking, but I'm saying she has time
She
to
almost
make
there.
make her choice. You know what I'm saying? I just want her to still be a child at the end of the day because, like, since we're talking about it, and nice segue, Simone
Biles.
like the Tokyo mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? Because they push the children so hard to do these
So
things.
and now you understand why I'm not really forcing them
Right.
to do it. Because I notice that when I force them to do something, when they get on stage, I don't be wowed out. So if I'm not wowed out by them, I know the crowd's looking at them like they on stage and not really just doing it and they not really
Going
giving
through the
it their all.
motions.
I don't like that. I don't like to be on stage. I like to perform. If
Yes,
y'all
you
notice
do.
when I perform. You
That's
know what
why
I'm saying?
y'all be rocking.
So if they get on stage and they're not performing like how I think they should be performing,
It's like,
I don't
why,
like
yeah,
it.
it's like, why we doing this?
yeah,
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
I'm not forcing y'all to do this shit, but just know y'all ain't gonna get paid for not doing it.
Exactly.
That's just like when me and Leash won the just the event that just happened in December.
Yeah,
We won the
congratulations.
contest
I
for
saw
Coast to
that. Yeah,
Coast.
word up.
We going to Miami.
Congratulations.
We going for 50,000. And as
that's
soon as
what's
I
up.
told
Is
Hawk
that
3,
S does coast to coast, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Shout out to S. I
So-
did some shows with him back
so
in
as
the day.
soon as I told Hoff 3, I was like, yo, me and Leash won y'all show because it was a Hoff show. I had that set up for a long time. And they didn't want to do it no more. So I was like, yo, Leash, we got to go and do the show now because I already got it on the table.
I mean,
So
sometimes they pass the blessings to
Thanks,
dad.
Exactly.
See,
That's what I'm
there you
saying.
go. You
So-
went underground. They did all the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you
Then
notice on the
dad came right in and got the
performance,
diamond. I mean, aren't you glad you got the diamond instead of somebody
of
else?
course.
There you
Right.
go.
It's all his family.
also lessons
Yeah.
in this.
Right.
Because when I told Hoff 3 how we won, and he was like, oh, Dad, that's dope. Oh, when we going to Miami? I said, we?
We-
Hold up, my God. I was like, wasn't you the one that said you don't want to rap no more? I was like, you're not reaping the benefits of these shows if you're not doing
Yo.
them. Like, this was your show.
It was your opportunity.
You didn't want to do it. You passed on it. Dad took it over. So me and Leash took the victory, and we're going to Miami.
Congratulations
Not you.
on that. When y'all going to Miami? When y'all doing that?
We actually got to pick a day, right?
Pick a day. I
We-
think
we-
it's not till like next year.
I think it's this year, but it's like
this
later
year,
on in the
later
year.
this year.
Oh, that's
But
what's
but
up.
that's like we just played the second song after your song. We just played the newest song that we got called No Limits.
No
That's what I
limit.
heard when I came
You know, like I think me and Leash, we make big records together. We make records that's like they're not the little kid records that people is making nowadays. Like you making grown up music. Like we out here making grown up.
I'm still trying to translate to the youth though. I'm trying to find a middle ground because the thing is I don't want to forget them because they are I feel like they are the ones to continue what we want to build.
Well, that's
so it's
the
like
main
when I'm
reason why I
gone,
was happy working with my
so
kids.
I do a bit of what I do is in translation to because the other 3 albums were a lot more complex in lyric composition
Right.
and kind of like that hip hop vibe. So when I did Jumpstart, it was the last record before it started. There was one record on the album called Don't Judge Me because the artist on it said, listen, El, I can't do the song with you unless you give me something that's got the Meg Thee Stallion vibe or something like what you know what I'm saying, what's going in the club like now. Erica
Right.
Banks don't, bust it and all that. So I said, you know what? I studied the sound. I listened to probably 1,000 of those types of records, City Girls and all that shit. And then I came up with a track for her for the album. And I love what I became on the record because I was like, you know what? If I'm coming from my perspective of hip hop and I'm doing hers. I was like, you know what? You know who used to do these vibes? Too Short used to do these vibes. Ice-T used to do these vibes. So I say I studied those two guys because that's kind of like my that's kind of like my angle of the my version of the rap shit. And I was like, let me bring that in and do that.
You're doing a little bit hard. You're rapping a little bit harder than
I know that was doing
Ice-T.
No, yeah, absolutely. Because at growing up, I didn't like them as rappers.
Right.
So like, I don't get it twisted. I was no fan of Ice-T. Right. I was no fan of Too Short. Yeah. The commissioner is an absolute fan of Too Short. Lyrically, right. Yeah, right. Well, I never listened to their records. Like I never really enjoyed them.
I never thought that they were albums. Right. But I never thought that they were lyricists, MCs.
That's the crazy thing, right?
They put on for their city.
I mean, man,
but you know,
put in work.
So when people come to me and ask me about do I like a record? I'm like I tell them that all music is about relativity. Like a lot of people put pressure on people to be lyricists and to be different versions of what they want to become. And be what you want to be. Like if you want to be bar heavy and bar savvy, you go do that. But the reality of it is, it doesn't matter how bar savvy you are if you're not connecting your bar savvy and your thought process to the audience. We forget that there's an audience to consume the content.
Exactly.
So I always think about, we are servants to people.
Right.
Our records are supposed to be part of people's, like a song is a time capsule.
Yep.
So you write that song for people to share. Like a song like Flowers, it's an ultimate time capsule. You use that for where it needs to be used. People put it, inject it into their lives the way they want to use it. And then you just keep finding the groups that enjoy the record. That's what record labels do. They find people that will connect to the record. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's on.
I don't put any pressure on anybody to be like, yo, you gotta be lyrical. Yo, you gotta be that. Yo, be what you are. Just make sure you know your audience and you're talking to your audience the way they want to be spoke to. Right. And the stories are relative.
But what you said now, because what you're saying now, I agree with 100%. But then what you said earlier is like, you want to kind of transcend it to like the more of the younger market. But me, I'm like, if the younger people don't get my shit, there's people that's in their mid-20s to their 50s that are fans that still like the type of music that elders men make.
I stay true to my process as the artist that I am, while understanding that as an artist that's growing and developing, I have to always look for a new audience to make it bigger.
But you being a producer, you can bring in new younger artists and produce for them.
That's why we have 15 albums.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. So
but my music can do that.
Making music yourself.
No, my music could definitely speak to the youth.
Okay.
Like I think that the biggest myth in music that a 40-year-old guy can't talk to a 20-year-old. That's the biggest myth in music.
Well, yeah, I'm never saying that we can't, but
if you
got to make them, like you said. Like,
I'm not afraid to. I've been told by my mentor that can't be done, and I said, I'm going to show you it can be.
Okay.
So you know what? Since we got your perspectives on this, what do you think?
Leash.
We have the lady
yes, let's get some estrogen in here.
Come on, Leash. What's happening,
Come
man?
on, Miss Colorful.
About you sitting here
with the Fundamentum shirt on.
The Fundamentum shirt on. I like the older music.
See?
But some of the young music I can't get with because it's just not my speed.
It doesn't translate.
Yeah, it don't translate to me.
Like
like all that trap. Not into all that trap music or just this younger sound. I can listen to some of it, but then after a while they all start sounding the same to me. To me, the younger music, the younger artists lack creativity. To me, they all start sounding like they all on one machine.
It's funny you say that because I just saw MC Light on Nick Cannon's show. And MC Light said the same thing. She said, I have nothing against trap music, but she said in her era, there was more creativity. She says the trap music and the drill music now, it sounds good, but after a while, everything starts sounding the same.
Yeah.
But you know, every generation of music has that flaw.
Yeah, you're right.
Every generation. It's not like what we're going through now in terms of songs sounding the same is translatable to every generation of music. It's just which songs do you
know, bro.
Every generation, every single generation, every single. I can take you back to the
mentality.
Let's take hip. Let's take Let's take hip hop off the table. Let's take hip hop off the table. The 70s Motown sound.
Yes.
It was driven completely off of a formula and a process to create those type of records to capture Detroit sound and Chicago sounds.
Okay.
Everybody in the Philadelphia sound. It was pushed through the engine, and people, and most times in the 70s, that one song went to 5 different artists, and then the record label decided who. Right.
Right.
Tell me how many people did the exact song of Through the Grapevine. Exactly.
Yeah.
See,
And, like, and in every, but in every,
then it was white groups stealing songs from.
but
black groups.
but there was black groups stealing from black groups too.
Of course.
No, you
So
did
what
right.
was
You
like?
better
Let's
believe
keep
it.
it clear. Let's keep it clear. Like, let's keep it clear. Like,
The business is dirty. Come on, let's be clear.
everybody
about
was
that.
fighting
It's-
for their moment. When you look
right.
at reggae music, the dub plate thing, straight up, everybody just rocked on the same beat till somebody was the hottest.
Yeah, word.
That's
Yo.
just straight up what it
Yo,
is.
word.
So
Yo, hip hop did derive from.
I
Caribbean
think
music,
sometimes we
actually.
put too much restriction on hip hop. I think sometimes we need to let hip hop have its wings.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Like
Don't
we
put it into an
don't put it in
era
a box.
and all that,
Like
right.
the idea of genre to me is just really, bro. You either like the song or you don't. Before hip hop started, before hip hop was given the name hip hop, people liked everything.
Right.
And they grabbed, and
yeah.
hip hop was created by
lot of
taking samples of records that had that one moment that everybody liked,
Yeah.
and they looped that shit.
Yes, they
So it was a
did.
lot of whack ass records that got hot because of
Yes.
hip hop, because that one section was lit.
Because of the
And you hear that.
familiarity
Right.
of that
Yes.
sound.
No,
Sound.
that
They
one
sample that
section,
beat.
Right.
The one
and they loop
section,
it.
Right, the one section, yep.
Like so
keep
I'm
it
saying like the
running,
sort of
running,
fundamentals of hip hop itself
Oh,
is
speaking of
international.
fundamentals.
It's international.
That's why
So I'm
Puffy
like,
is
we're
so
not
successful.
boxing in. I like don't box in hip hop. Let it
Right.
do what it do. These kids are doing something interesting. I always find that one to go, oh, that's different.
Yeah,
Nah, I really fucks
but see,
with-
that's the one that's different. Is the one that stands out.
No, not
Yes,
necessarily.
everybody
And
gonna
that's,
go and
and that's
do
the
it.
one.
Not
That's the one we looking
No,
for.
no,
That's
it-
different.
it's not
Yes.
really different.
Waiting for
It's a
somebody to jump
better
off the train.
approach. Like either they take
Okay,
care of the
okay.
sonics of the record, they mixed it right. Like Pop Smoke, 50 Cent. Shout out to 50 Cent. He put what the kids was doing with the trap, the Brooklyn trap, and the UK drill sound, and he took Pop Smoke and said, let's put this into the record label engine and make it sound translatable to people that don't understand trap music and
But I
drill
think
music.
it was already hot before 50 jumped on it.
No.
It was already hot.
Wait a minute. No, it was
Pop
hot.
Smoke was
we
already
talking.
on
We talking.
fire.
We
That
talking
was
about.
fire.
Bro, we're
Yeah.
talking about hot versus translate and connect forever. There's a lot of niggas that was hot temporarily. We're
Well,
talking
50
about
know how to make
50
music.
helped
He know how to
that
do that.
project
He know how to
grow
do it.
legs where it's there
Because
forever.
once he put that machine behind it, of course.
It's
But
not
that shit
just the
was already
machine.
on
It's
fire.
about
50
taking care of the
knows how to-
mix.
and he knows how
It's
to
about
make music.
understanding the words. It's
Yes.
about understanding the audience.
Mr. L,
Like
let's,
Fifty
it-
knows.
let's
it's
keep it
just
100 here. You know, a lot of
50
these
know what he
older
doing.
rappers, veteran rappers, or veteran executive music people, they only jumping on what's already on fire, son.
right,
Let's keep
but
it 100.
No,
Yeah.
but then you take something that's on fire, right, and then you put it through a process that it can survive over time. Like when you listen to
doesn't
a
burn
Michael
out,
Jackson
that's what you're
record,
saying.
the amount of times that Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson spent on those records, it's an interesting documentary called Off the Wall that Spike Lee directed. And they talk about the relationship between Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson creating that album. And it changed how I think because sometimes we're in this rush society where we think we got to get the record out and done right away, that we don't pay attention to the nuances and the technical side. I was training Long Live Phoenix today about the idea of what are you mastering for?
Right.
The difference between mixing a record and mastering it for a platform. How will the other platform treat your record?
Right.
I know what that song I gave you sounds like on the laptop. I know what it sounds like in a club. I know what it sounds like in the car. I know what it sounds like on the iPhone speaker. We don't take the time to do that. That's the
Right,
difference
okay.
between Pop Smoke and the other guys.
Right.
That's the difference.
You're like a fucking hip hop fucking professor.
Bro, I'm traveling for
15
it.
albums.
So when I went to London when I went to London in October, I met some friends that ran the studio called Pirate Studios, and I walked in there and I was like, you know, a lot of these, you know, studio buildings like this one here just have a lot of rooms where people just build studios, right? And I go there and these English guys got a whole building that you could rent for $8 an hour that's already set up with HSA speakers, professional microphone, Scarlett interface, come there with your laptop, got a monitor there, grind your music out. I'm like, what? Who thought of this? So I'm like, yo, I found somebody who had like a youth program out there. And I'm like, yo, let me get some kids through this so they could see that their ideas could happen for $8 an hour because I thought it was so amazing.
Right.
And I started this program called Art of Completion in London. And I mean, it just took off. It got me some dope connections at Sony UK. Listen,
That's dope.
it's about if you have an idea. My mentor told me that everything, even down to this thing that's holding up this phone, was created from the inception of a thought.
Yep.
That's everything. Even the microphone I hold in my hand.
Everything.
The fact
It
that you
came from
holding
the,
it,
this
'cause
is
it was
this is the
thought.
fruition of somebody's thought. So sometimes we just gotta respect our thought and figure out what we need to put in place to do that. That's why I started the class, because I didn't want to teach you music. Nah, I'm not gonna teach you music. I'm gonna teach you that anything you got your mind on, make a task list, learn how to complete it, get it done, push it through something you know it's gonna be forever.
Yo, you know what's so crazy you talking about that? Because like for New Year's Eve and New Year's, I was home. I was home editing stuff, watching TV, chilling with the fam. And I was watching this show called Insecure with the girl Issa Rae.
All right, this is supposed to be the last season, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And she kind of was like touching on what you're talking about right now. Like,
Oh, but I took her master class, so
yeah. So in LA, she's doing like a non-for-profit thing on the show.
Shout out to Lisa.
Showing that, you know what I mean? She's trying to teach kids music and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, it's crazy that I was just watching over this weekend and talking about
I
it.
try
Because you
not
know
to
what?
focus so much on the technicalities of
Yeah,
the work.
bro.
I just try
Lord
to
have
say,
mercy.
get it done.
Can we teach our children more than music and basketball, please? Lord have mercy. But everything is a commercial. Like, you ever see a commercial and be like, are they targeting me? Because it's always dancing and in the aisle and doing the electric boogie and get the.
That's just a
stuff off the
Facebook
shelf.
pixel. What the hell you
I
watching
be
online?
Like, yeah. Just be like, yo, can we teach our children?
All right, I got a question for you, Rakim, because you just
Please.
finished saying how your daughter is a young Olympic protege, gymnastic, right?
Right.
So is it anything different from basketball and gymnastics?
Yeah, because I teach her what the schools don't teach her. I teach her things
How to flip?
like nah, education wise. So let me tell you something. Before she even goes to any of that gymnastic and any of that extracurriculum activity stuff,
Right.
she knows about herself, her history, how she is as a woman, education, learning math, like how to count, how to do this, and all the things that you guys are speaking about. Because I'm just saying, like, she may change her mind in what she wants to do. She wants to
Right.
be a doctor. She wants to help people. So her vision is a lot more broader than just the gymnastic thing. I only brought that up just to say, because that's just another aspect of the rap
process.
and how
When
parents.
Learning the
rounded
process.
out individual,
Right.
have all avenues covered.
Exactly. So you want someone must say, okay, she can flip, but she don't know how to count.
She ain't
you know
got
what I'm
common
saying?
sense now.
Right. You ever see a child on TikTok and people be like, yo, what? Do you know how to read? You know what I'm saying? Like, people judge. And we are in a judgment society. Like,
Yes.
let's just be clear about
But
that.
you know, they could say the
Every
same thing.
show-
Do you know how to edit video?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she said that to me. She said that to me today.
Oh,
Do you know
damn.
how to edit video, Daddy? Like, yo, you don't know how to do it like this. Just like your son found a way to find out. Now, TikTok ain't all bad because they do teach you some things that you can really
TikTok is
get.
one of the number one social media
Yeah,
sites
yeah.
out
It's
right
actually
now.
number one. It
it-
just
yeah.
surpassed Google 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, see, now it's
Google and
they
YouTube
wanted to
is
get
search
rid of it.
engines.
Remember
let's
at the
get,
time.
let's get it right.
Well-
they're considered search engines.
TikTok is also now considered a search engine because people search
Yeah.
TikTok more than Google now.
Yeah.
And
That was the story that was
your
just
content
published.
on TikTok. lasts
People
a
search
while.
more on TikTok than on
Get out of here.
Google.
That's
if-
crazy.
Yeah.
If you look on TikTok, you can see a video longer. Like it'll get more shine on TikTok than any
Yo,
other.
I swear to you, that is so true because the dumbest videos on there are getting 53 million. I be like, yo, are you serious? Like,
Well, Leash,
some
I
of the
wanna-
videos are really like,
I don't know.
be like, come on.
I like
How
that
they
one
get
that
so
people be
popular?
dancing to the African beat.
I guess you gonna have to put.
I like that one.
I guess you got to put our video out there on TikTok. When we gonna shoot our video,
Yeah, let me
right?
tell you something. TikTok is the new wave.
You know, Flowers is
It
on
the wave.
TikTok. Like
I
people
know
can do.
Oh, TikTok too.
It's the
Okay.
wave.
Yeah,
It's the
Flowers is
wave.
on TikTok. People could go on there, do a dance to Flowers.
Oh,
Okay.
and it's
Do
on
you
there.
have a flowers dance?
Not really.
Yeah. No.
What kind of dance could we have to Flowers? Like, give me my flowers. Like, what we gonna be going like this?
Two-step? I don't know. Two-step or
Give me
something.
my
Do a
flowers,
three-step.
I mean, you remember that TikTok where
three-step.
people were just passing, was it makeup to
Ah,
each other
see?
or passing
So
an
you
item
can
to
pass
each
the
other?
flowers.
Pass flowers to each other.
Maybe we need to try
Yeah,
that.
all right.
Look
Well,
at us.
shit, it's done. Everybody
Flowers.
pass,
Or
they
maybe
grab it
people
from the
just-
right.
Maybe people just passing blunts. Like, give me my flowers.
You want to
no,
keep
no.
it PG-13 for the kids?
Yo, flowers is legal. Weed legal.
No, I'm
so
talking
it ain't-
about.
No,
I'm
but
talking about
the flowers, real
pass,
flowers,
pass
real
the
flowers.
flowers. You gonna
Real
have
flowers.
you gonna have kids passing J's on TikTok.
Exactly.
Is that what you doing?
Whatever goes viral. Whatever goes viral.
This would be
Oh, man.
We gonna do no
Jeez.
limit. We gonna do a no limit video. Let that go.
Do another
I
version.
knew-
Save the blunt
Speaking
for
of
the
flowers, I want to go into that. We're gonna take a music break real quick.
Yeah, do that.
We're gonna go into my flowers with me and Leash. We
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready. Leash ready.
Oh, y'all performing and everything? That's what we doing?
No. We just gonna play a record. We gonna play
okay.
another one of your records.
Okay, let's go for
And then
it.
we gonna come back and we gonna talk more about why you want to perform, because you can perform.
I don't do performing. I'm a recording
Yeah,
artist.
Okay.
I'm a
Well, we
recording
gonna-
Yeah, roll it up. You could do something else. Put a freestyle.
I got a lot of energy, bro.
That's good though.
What's
That's
in
good
that
though.
cup?
Just peach green tea.
Oh, it's that
With some
green tea.
brandy.
I wanted one of his nips.
Yeah, bro.
I'll-
Yeah,
I'll-
yeah.
I'll usually bring a big ass bottle of liquor,
Mm.
but I was trying to hurry up
Selfish.
and get here. It's like,
Yeah, but he's trying to hurry up and
I didn't
get
think
here.
we needed to get saucy to
He
really
looked at
speak out
that
my-
bottle at home and said, "Nah, not
I
today."
got 10 bottles at home.
I know,
My
and
bar is
and you
crazy.
still ain't bring it to us.
Word.
Like I have 10 bottles on the wall. That's what
I
they
love
had
you,
on the
bro.
wall.
So we gonna go.
Like, yeah, my bottles is at home. Like,
Yeah, I know, right?
I knew Rakim didn't need to drink nothing
yeah,
today.
nah, I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Word.
I'm ready to
So-
get out of here.
So
But, yeah, we're gonna do a recap of the year, like some.
we're
of
gonna
the
come back.
big
We're gonna
things,
come
too.
back and we're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna go into another jumpstart record from Elmore Beats, and we're gonna go into Flowers from me and Leash, and we're gonna be the first episode of 2022. Grindhardtvpodcast,
Oh, word.
sstreetmedia.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, bro.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Oh, that's what you're doing? Woo!
They said I need a ghost. Response loading. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all swear when you hear it, it's a ghost. The team said, Jumpstart gon' chase these ghosts. Just remember, Jumpstart is the Ghostbuster. And I ain't afraid of your ghost. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Ain't nobody tripping about your ghost. You think that I'm trying to study your ghost? We can slide lines to save your ghost. Yeah, why would it grab lines from an afterlife? Somebody said I'm snatching rhymes from a post-life. I tried to play along, set you up for the psych, but somebody in this room might need to see the light. When I leave, you can't speak on this world's pain. When I leave, I expect you to do the same. When I arrive, just know that we get it done. We arrive. Don't get it wrong. I'm with a team that's gonna accept this lie. Since grammar school, never plagiarized. Form a change, won't apologize. Young lad in suspenders, won't change my gender. Now grown man, independent. With the roster, independent. Ain't worried about how you gon' act. Got a proton pack in a fresh ghost trap. Y'all swear when you hear it, it's a ghost. The team said, Jumpstart gon' chase these ghosts. Just remember, Jumpstart is the Ghostbuster. And I ain't afraid of your ghost. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Ain't nobody tripping about your ghost. You think that I'm trying to study your ghost? We can slide lines to save your ghost. Y'all think you're salty now? Get another beverage. Rolling with a team beyond average. Pull up another track so savage. I'll be here all day, you got access. We get by, no pain on the surface. Getting by, jump starting our purpose. Don't get nervous, bust. Get the chips counted up, skip the tax like crap flow. So I ain't worried about how you gon' act. Got a proton pack in a fresh ghost trap. Y'all hear me? Y'all swear when you hear it, it's a ghost. The team said, Jumpstart gon' chase these ghosts. Just remember, Jumpstart is the Ghostbuster. I ain't afraid of your ghost. I ain't scared. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Nah. Ain't nobody tripping about your ghost. You think that I'm trying to study your ghost? Nah. We can slide lines to save your ghost. Yo, where they at? I ain't afraid of your ghost. Yo, they tripping. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Yo, they tripping. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Hold up, they tripping. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Yo, they bugging. I ain't afraid of your ghost. Yo, where they at? I ain't afraid of your ghost. Whoa. I ain't afraid of your ghost. I ain't afraid of your jump started.
Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now while I'm dead, I want my love now.
Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now while I'm dead, I want my love now. Ooh, give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now while I'm dead, I want my love now.
Check me. I've been in this game for 30 years. They grinding with blood, sweat, and tears. I lost some family, lost some peers. My tunnel vision, see things clear. Never lost focus. You could quote this, but you can't hurt this. All you fraudulent, scheming, Houdini niggas, hocus pocus. My purpose focus is to be the dopest MC in the game. But my city not with me, treat me shitty, dirt on my name. All the major DJs got my music, but they never use it. And I put them all on Grindhard TV, so that's just some bullshit. Ain't no one here wants the other, it's only payola. You ain't even a real DJ, just using controllers. I thought I told ya I'm like Yoda, the OG, kinda soda. Plus I'm relevant and a veteran, and I'm better than. I got bars, leave you listeners choked up like cinnamon. When I'm performing on stage, it's a different type of adrenaline. I did about 10,000 shows, yeah, a ton of them. Ask anyone, don't wait till I'm dead and gone to acknowledge them.
Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now. Ooh, give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now.
R.I.P. to Nipsey, Fred the Godson, Sharpie, Dirty Prodigy, Big L, Figgy Top, Hot Smoke, Chains, Drugs, Sack Bundles, or die tragically. It's sad to see these rappers ain't lived long enough to enjoy their legacy. But when they die, all these goodbyes and fake cries is just so phony. B, see a real supporter gon' support you, not ignore you. When they see you on the grind coming up and they don't give a fuck, and you start blowing up and they start running up and you asking them what, and they like what, don't get off my nuts. You rather praise the nigga when he die, cause when he alive, you ain't helping him up. Give me my flowers for every year, month, hour, and second. I've been putting out records all these weeks and these minutes, and I ain't even finished 3 decades of business. Now I pass it to my kids. Legacy, that's what that is. Now let's get to George Floyd, cause I'm so annoyed that my people still not treated equal. Another murder sequel. Now I wanna hurt you back. An eye for an eye, neck for a neck, plus your skull crack. Now how you like that?
Give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now. Ooh, give me my flowers while I'm still here. Now when I'm dead, I want my love now. Ooh.
Yo, so that was Ghostbusters by L, Mr. L, Elmore Beats, and
I
My
ain't
Flowers
afraid
by
of
me
your
and Leash.
ghost.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yo, Leash, man,
Not at all.
before we go to Mr. L, because I know he got a lot to say about that song. That song was fire. I like how y'all did that shit over. So, Leash, I want to hear from you, because when I look at the footage of us performing that song, right, and the music goes down, and you keep saying the hook, it's like you sound exactly like you sound on a record. Like where do your range come from? Like, how do you?
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like,
right.
so you're a church going woman.
Yes, I am.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's
Like, how
all
long you been singing? First of all,
All
let's
my
ask you some
life.
questions.
Singing all my life.
All my life.
All my life.
Baby, all my life.
All my life.
Yo.
Oh, my life.
Come
yo,
from a
that's-
singing
I like
family,
that.
church family, singing family. Sung in high school. Me and Trina used to sing in high school. We used to sing the gospel and
Trina's Miss Fundamentum.
Miss
right?
Fundamentum, yes.
Now, I want you to talk about that too, because we played our new record. We're going to play it again today, but we played our new record, which is produced by Fundamentum
Productions, Choir Boy, Kizzy,
Now,
B.
talk
Woody.
a little bit about
Jay Stunner.
Fundamentum. We need everybody to know about Fundamentum, because
You
we
might
got
need
a new
Trina
record.
to come over and talk more about Fundamentum. But you know, these Fundamentum Productions.
Okay.
You know, it's just a group of people. We love music. We starting from the bottom. We starting from the beginning. We do original beats. We produce. We do all that you need.
You sound like you know it all already.
I
man.
Yeah.
a little something.
And y'all got a nice little hit there,
we
though.
got
Yeah.
beats, we
Y'all
got
got
artists,
something
we
with
got
that.
Stunner J, we got Malik Got Killed coming out with hits.
Oh, yeah,
You're-
Malik Got
you
Killed
know Malik
song. I love
Fire
that song. I
You
love
know
that
his
song.
song.
I'ma play that
That's
today,
on
too.
that. You know that's
Yeah.
hot.
I love that song.
Word.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to actually been here today
Yeah,
too.
if he be here next week
Okay,
probably.
okay.
Yeah, you know what I want to do?
What?
Being that y'all on this, I kind of want to do like a verses. Like, yo, why don't you just get some verses, like some producers, and get their artists to go
Get the
against the
artists
others.
come on up.
Yeah, then verse each other, like, you know, and like
And
in
they
a good
gotta,
way.
and they gotta have performance tracks too, and they gotta be able
Exactly.
to sing, right?
Oh yes, you can't be
gotta-
doing none of that lip
that's
sync
right.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
no lip
So
sync.
Cameron
Yeah.
and them, they play themselves, huh? That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying?
Jada already said it's done.
yeah,
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah,
It's
you're
done.
not doing
So
that.
speaking
No more.
of, speaking
No
of
more.
verses and battling and shit like that, yo, I see you got a belt
That's
What
right.
the fuck is that about? Rakim the comedian?
Oh, well, you
Tell
know
me
what I'm
about
saying?
that.
Because the champ is here. That's right. The champ is here. But I got something going on with BCW Wrestling coming up on January 22nd. And
Oh,
I'm be
shit.
doing in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Okay.
against one of the
Hold this belt real
wrestlers and all that. Yeah, you can hold the belt. But don't hold it too
They
long.
got a W on it for world.
But yeah. You know what? Good call. Look at you.
The champ is here.
Yeah.
The champ is here.
That's right. World Drama.
Champ is here.
Yeah, BCW.
Yeah, look at world.
BCW.
BCW.
That's right, the Queen of the North.
Don't fit around my waist though.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, listen, because you ain't the champ. That's right. If you was the champ, it would have been around your waist. But you are a champ, though. You know, you my guy, though. Me and you've been rocking out for a minute, and I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to come over here.
Represent.
There's a lot of wrestling lovers out there too, so
Yeah.
you know.
Black owned.
And black owned. Yeah,
Yo,
you gotta
shout out to my
support
dude, Anthony Cole, man. He's the
Man, maybe I need to pull up to that shit.
It's called
listen,
BCW,
because he
right?
wants to do a collaboration with artists. You know how the boxers come to the ring with the artists doing the music.
right.
Hey.
So he's gonna do a
I got
collaboration
15 artists
with
on my
all that.
label,
That's
bro.
what I'm
Let's
saying.
go.
So,
We go.
and it's more than one wrestling organization. that's
Gina, how many
independent,
artists we got?
And we got like 4 in
We got
New York.
6 artists. We got 6. We coming
Oh,
for you. We
you
coming
said
for
10.
you.
Yo,
We
so she
coming
said
for
10.
you.
You said 10, not 6.
No, we got 10. We got 10,
Mr.
my
Cole.
man. We got 10 artists. We
Which
coming.
number are you, Leash?
Yeah.
Which number are you?
And the big shows in
What number
March.
me? I'm number 1.
Okay.
It is. That's right. See.
And
Don't get in trouble with your camp. We're gonna have you on the gram. Nigga be like, yo, remember that shit you did on the
Same
gram
story
with
you
World?
talking about. Number 1.
What?
Number 1. But you know what?
you was on that show talking big shit.
What? You gonna say we all number 1?
Nah, you ain't never supposed to think you
We all number 1.
Yeah.
I push them all. I push them all. I push them all.
Mop in the broom. No,
Stunner
number
J,
1.
what up, Stunner?
Number
You
1.
out there, Stunner?
Woman's
Stunner
a
on this
lonely
track with
number.
us.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Woman's
so
a
I want to
lonely number.
go into real quick that record that we did, No Limit. Leash actually been dealing with Fundamentum for a long time. You and you know what I'm saying? Y'all really close friends and everything like that. So you said to me one day, you was like, "Well, I'm in the studio on Linden, come through." So I'm like, "All right, cool. I ain't doing that. Let me go see what's up. Y'all in the studio, whatever."
He
I
was
go in there.
vibing, yeah.
Yo, we just was vibing, and it was just a great vibe and everything like that. So is that the day that we did? That's the day we did the song, right?
No, the
was
next
it?
day they brought you back.
Oh,
'Cause
right,
they
right.
He brought you back because he's like we liked his vibe. He seemed very cool. And I got something for him. Boom. So he called me. He's like, yo, I got a beat for World.
Right.
He came in there, and that night you dropped them 16 bars, and
Yeah,
then Stunner came one night with one shot. He came and dropped his 16 bars.
What I do?
Then Stunner came. He did his magic on his part.
See, matter of fact,
And that's
I
it.
think Stunner was there with me when I did it.
No.
He was there that
Yeah,
night.
he was there. He
Wasn't
was there. Yeah, he was
He was
there.
there, but yeah, he after I
After
laid
he did
mine,
your part,
and
then
then
he came back.
took it, and then-
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Oh no, you told Stunner come on in there.
right. Because that was supposed to be my whole record and shit.
Yeah.
But like us,
I believe in the process of collaboration,
I
man.
show love, and I'm like, yo,
Collaboration,
if
man.
we all working together, we a
Yeah,
team. He an
yeah.
artist, get him on there, throw a verse on it.
I
Plus,
tell-
it helps me to not have to write so many verses and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Do you know how stressful it was doing a whole album with no features?
And hold up,
Yo,
and I got to
that
shout out
is
to B Woody.
stressful.
B Woody, she started writing on it first.
Okay, right.
B Woody, she did it.
So B Woody actually wrote that hook. And
She
you-
wrote the hook.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
she
B
wrote the
Woody
hook.
wrote the hook.
Right.
Yes, she did.
That's right.
I gotta give her props.
Of course.
She's dope. She's a
Well,
dope
see,
writer.
See, that's the thing about singers. It's okay for another singer to write the hook or reference it and sing it.
Yeah.
But it, like, far as rappers, like you said, it's so much limitations on us where a person will write for somebody and they'll kind of be like saying that they're less than a rapper
Yeah.
because they
It
wrote it.
depends on as you move up in the game, the what I say, the risk is higher. And as the risk get higher, then you need to bring in more talented people to cross check and make sure you on cue.
Right.
Because you can make it's like I don't get mad at there's a time where Drake had the ghost for Lil
Kanye?
Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Because he had the ghost for him, but it wasn't hidden knowledge. It was just like, I got Drake in the studio to make sure I'm polished because I want my record to go right. And when you're at that level of the game, it's like a mistake cost a lot. So when they come at Drake for being a ghostwriter, it's like, yeah, but we listen to Drake more than we listen to Meek. Like, so what's the problem?
So right, ain't no
you know what I'm
problem
saying?
there.
And like, I love Drake records. I
Well,
listen
Drake
to
said
Drake,
he
but
gonna
there
write
was a
something for
time
me.
when
I like
nobody
Kanye
wanted.
right now. I love
But there was a time that
Drake
nobody
writing something
wanted
for
to
me right
listen
now.
to Drake, but then
Right now.
he had to do it on his own, and nobody would help him. Like, Best I Ever Had is one of his greatest records, and he wrote that.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? You know
I
what
think
I'm saying?
I think since
Something
Drake been
about it.
on, not to make this a Drake show, but since Drake been on, I don't think he ever was not hot.
He hasn't.
I think all of his
Yeah,
10 years
yeah.
been on, he's been on fire.
I mean, he has some cool records that didn't go,
Even his
but you
weak
don't
shit,
know
yo,
about it,
he's-
right? But you don't
he's
know about it
Even
because
his
dude,
weak
but-
shit was weak. Like
he moves on rather
record, we
quickly.
were like nigga.
Yeah, he
that
moves
was
on
weak,
rather-
but that shit went like it went.
Nah,
it
the
still
one
hit.
with the sweater was it for me. What the hell? He had that little blue sweater on, and he was hopping around.
I don't like the song he got with Jay. So, but everybody loves it.
got a song with Jay?
Yeah, it's like post something.
wow.
It's on. Yeah, he got a song with Jay.
I
I don't like
didn't-
it that much,
oh,
but
okay. I
people
don't
like
get
it.
Yo, first of all, his songs sneak up on your ass because all of a sudden it's a hit. You be like, what the fuck? I'm singing this nigga shit. How long this shit been out? Like, yeah, Drake's songs sneak up on you. They don't just be like
Cause,
blast.
Yeah, you're like,
it's a formula to that repetitive kind of like vibe.
Yeah,
Girls
you
want
just
girls
They
where I'm
study.
from.
They
Yeah,
study
yeah,
like the
yeah,
note range.
girls
They
want
understand
girls.
tempo.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Girls want
He
girls
just-
around.
he
from.
Sometimes we
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
that all this stuff is important for a hit record.
Yeah.
Right.
Girls
No,
want
yeah,
girls
he's
around.
he's smooth. He's smooth. Right.
But you
in
know,
there.
Girls want girls where I'm from.
I'm okay with it. It's okay. I think it's
See, like,
okay
you
for
start
niggas to
singing
be
this shit.
rappers.
You be like, why am I singing this song? Where
Hell
did I
yeah.
hear
I'll
it
be in the
at?
car. I turn the radio on. Next thing you know, I'm like, girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, yeah. And some of the bars, he just like, for real.
Yeah.
If you listen to the song, and some of it, he like, girls want girls.
Hey, yo, and he getting
And you
it.
singing that shit, and it's winning.
Yeah.
Because
So-
it's more about the harmony and rhythm than it is the words. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
you
he
put
be-
the words in. Every great songwriter knows that you need transitions, you need bridges, you need hooks, and you need things to go up, come back down, and then bring it back to them. Like I started writing my songs where it was, I'll put a 16 in the front, then the next one's 8, and then I'll put a bridge on the end because I know you got to make it easier for people to get through 3 minutes. It's hard to get people's attention for 3
Right.
minutes. So if you intend on keeping their attention, you got to make the song easier
It's smart
and
that you
easier
said
and
that.
easier for them to listen. So by the end of the song, they're just reciting the chorus and the
That's
bridge.
it.
Because, back in the days, it was always a hook. 16
Yeah.
hook, 16 hook. That's when it was 3 verses all
Right.
the time. And it was just the same
16s
type
are
of,
obsolete pretty much now.
Like now
You
you
could
could
do a
8s,
16
you
in
could
the
do
front.
12s, you could mix
A lot
it
of
up.
people do 12s, but
Yeah.
I'm not really in the 12 world.
Some people don't want to write a lot. They want to just give you
Just get
like,
it out there.
At least get it to 2 minutes, 2:01, and then the song is over. You know what I'm saying?
People singing it with you. You got something.
Yeah. Once they sing your
much.
joint
Once they sing your
TikTok,
shit.
once they on TikTok and they like this,
Right. And which you guys will be on once
spend
you
too much
start
time on
handing
TikTok,
out
bro.
the flowers.
yo,
Give
I
out
got
your flowers on the
I got a
TikTok.
9-year-old
Get
that
your
knows
flowers.
how to build
And I have me some
TikTok
flowers.
pages.
I'm gonna give up. I got my
Sound
flowers.
like you got another
For real?
business to
Yeah,
build.
exactly.
I got my flowers.
But, yo, listen, this is the second day
TikTok.
of 2022. I have some plans for the horse. Like everybody talking about, oh, I wish they was rapping. But what y'all about to see is fucking I can't even explain what it is. But Leash,
See,
let's
look,
get
there
back
it
to what
goes.
you were saying
them
because
kids up.
I'm about to show people what I'm gonna do with these boys. You know what I mean?
what was I saying?
You were saying something about Fundamentum and you being number one out the whole 10
Oh,
artist
yeah.
group.
I ain't
You
number
said
one.
they were all
I-
number
I-
one.
Everybody's number one. We a
But
family.
that-
We a
don't let
family.
him get you caught up.
We a family.
Right, like, yeah, we
Everybody's number one. We got some talented people out there.
So Leash, this new record that we just did, when we gonna get the video done?
ASAP.
Okay.
I'll be in the video
Yo,
too.
that-
with
that-
my
That's right. You gonna come out there?
Yo.
Yeah. I'm definitely
Okay,
coming.
okay, Rocky.
Hey, yo, I'm actually outsourcing
Yeah, I'm definitely
another
coming.
videographer to come in. Like we're gonna direct it, me and Leash and Stunner J. We all working on a treatment right now. But I'm gonna have my guy AK40 Devin come out and shoot
Devin's
and edit
dope.
for me. He's the one that did my
Oh, cool.
flowers video. So we gonna have him come out. If it ain't broke, we ain't fixing it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah,
Devin's
that's right.
dope.
Yeah,
He's
if it
dope.
works.
He killed
He's
that
dope.
My Flowers video. So me and Leash second song, the hit record that we make, we gonna put we gonna put him back to work and have him do some
cool.
more with us and stuff. Cause sometimes I don't really have the editing bug like that all the time. I could shoot stuff, but then I don't be feeling like sitting up and monotonously editing, if that's a word.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just-
You know what
no,
I
no,
mean,
no,
Mr.
no.
L. You know what
Yo.
it is.
Hey, I send my
Editing.
I send my edits out to. I use Fiverr. I send it
Oh,
to
okay.
guys
So you know
online.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You shoot shit.
I
You don't
shoot
wanna edit it?
I send it to an editor. I get somebody else's vision. I got like 4 or 5 videos that I did for my albums. That when
so
I got
hard
the
to
edit
do
done,
it.
I was like, nah, that's not what my vision was. So now I push the content to somebody else, get their artistry, and then they bring it back to me as a Premiere file, and then I'll go in and tweak it. And then I'll send it to a color corrector. Because like I believe that every part of you got to take care of every part of the product. And like to have the guy that's editing do the color correction and then deal with the sound and then deal with the titles, it's too much work for one guy. But if you could get a guy say, yo, bro, just focus on the radio edits, give it to another guy to do the complex transitions, get another guy to do the color correction, and then I handle what it sounds like mixed and mastered for video delivery. And then
I'm
we
glad
put it
you
all
said
together.
that because a lot of dudes reach out to me for videos and they be wanting videos for like $150, $200. And I'll be like, bro,
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, let me tell
for
you
me
something.
to come out and film your video alone
crazy.
is more than $200. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Then, you know, I got to sit up with the shit,
Because
color
that cheap,
correct it,
everybody
edit
have
it,
one.
line up everything together, chop
Yeah.
it up like dogs. That's why I kind of lost the editing bug. Like I only
No, I
only
have,
edit.
because let me tell you something. You know how many beefs I got into with rappers behind editing? I'd be like, man, fuck all y'all. Can I curse on this?
Yes, you can. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, well, yeah, no, fuck the rappers.
I mean, hey, listen.
them niggas, yo, they be angry. You be like, don't edit they shit right. They're like, yo, you know what? I quit.
I
In the
got
middle
15
of
rappers
edits.
that won't respect that comment.
Yo, whatever. They ain't editing. That's why. I promise you, they're not editing. It's hard
I
work.
do the polish of the edit. I send the edit out
It's
to somebody else. Let somebody else do the
hard
tough work. They bring it to me, and then I'll be like, all right, he don't really understand these transitions.
What I'm saying is, when he was talking about $150 for $150,
it's
what
ridiculous.
kind of editing job you think you gonna get?
Well, I pay $150 on Fiverr, but they in Macedonia, $150 is like $1,000 in
Oh, see, well,
Macedonia.
look, he's sending his. Look, we
I
gotta
gotta
find out
pay
where he's
attention.
sending
But he
his.
just said it. He said it. Macedonia.
$150 in
Right.
Macedonia is $1,000 in Macedonia.
Yo, so now
I
what
take
did they do with
advantage-
your video?
I upload all of the raw content with a treatment, and I put it in a Dropbox folder. I send them a link. I go on Fiverr. I say, Joe, how much would you do this video for? They go over the footage. Usually, if it's under 40 minutes worth of footage, they charge you like $200 to edit that shit.
Now,
and you'll
look at
have it
that.
in 3 to 4 days.
So you rappers go on and do that then.
Yo, you learn a
Leave
lot of
me
shit
alone.
on the
Do
show.
that.
This guy right, yo,
He
I
told
noticed
you.
all day you've been talking about your protege. Or
Proteges. I got a couple of proteges.
well, hold up.
That's what's up.
It was somebody that was at one of your listening sessions at BK Lobster, and I kept looking at this guy like, is this him? And it was him. When he was leaving, I realized this was this motherfucker. And that's fucked up to me as being someone that's 1 year younger than hip hop because I grew up with this shit and love it so much. I kept staring at this guy. He probably was looking at me like, why the fuck this
Oh,
guy
you're talking
keep
about my
staring at me?
mentor. That's
Your
my
mentor.
mentor.
Right.
Oh, I'm his protege.
Right. Yeah, you're his protege. You're his protege.
Yeah,
right.
I'm his
I said
protege.
it wrong. But
Yeah.
who is this guy? Tell everybody who your mentor is.
Sometimes we call him Uncle Joe. Most people call him Mr. Sadler. Hip hop game calls him Grandmaster Flash.
Yo,
Grandmaster.
Oh,
Grandmaster
okay.
Flash.
Yeah. Hip hop calls him Grandmaster.
Oh, wow.
How do you know him?
Well, I was mixing his records for a long time. So I know him about 15 years, and I mixed
wow.
most of his records, including I actually helped him produce a record that got on the Hobson Shaw soundtrack called "No One Defeats Us." It was like as soon as the movie ended, our song played, bang. So
Nice.
that was an amazing thing. They
Oh,
flew us
cool.
out to London and the Curzon Theater for the. What do you call that thing? Your
premiere.
premiere party,
Yeah.
walk on the red thing. I hung out with Jason Statham, and
Oh,
it just
cool.
didn't show up, but his family was there, so I was chilling with his moms and his aunt and shit.
Oh, nice. No,
And,
that's dope, though.
Helen
That's
Mueller,
dope.
I was getting drunk with her nephew because his girlfriend dumped him. So yeah, I have an interesting life, bro.
That's cool. Yeah, that's,
You got a
that's
lot
fun.
of backstory.
Yeah, so I
That's
worked with
fun.
him. I mixed his records for 15 years, and it's crazy. It's like 5 years ago, I was learning because I did produce music videos for just artists that I was developing.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know I was going to have a label. It was just, things just happened. They happened the way they happened. You know what I'm saying? The road is created for you sometimes. You know what I mean? And I was
they say
learning
that.
the art of documentary style production, filming documentaries so I could have music videos that translate even if you mute the song. And while I learned that, I did this documentary about one of my friends that I knew for 20 years that had kidney replaced. He was on dialysis for 13 years.
Wow.
I didn't know all of these things. Like I learned about my boy that I knew for 20 years. And I didn't know all this stuff.
Shout
He
out-
was-
shout out Mike
Shout out
Hands.
718. I didn't know he was
Mike
going.
Hands is going through that too.
I didn't know he was going through all of that in his life, getting a kidney replaced, right? And then I put the documentary out and it got nominated, got an award. It got
Oh,
to his
sweet.
ear. I let him watch it, and he said, "Joe, why you don't do something like that for me?" So I filmed the 8-minute, 9-minute kind of like short documentary
sweet.
for him. He saw it. He said, "Yo, could I do this for my tour intro? Use it for my." I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, use it." But they had problems syncing it. And one day he just said, "Yo, L, you got your passport?" I didn't have it at the time. Went to get the passport, and that Friday morning he goes, "Yo, you want to come with me to Latvia tonight? I'll have you back home by tomorrow." And I'm like, "What, nigga?
Wow.
What? Where? I
Latvia.
didn't even know where that was
Latvia,
at.
what is that?
Yeah,
It's a former
Russia.
country of Russia. They left
Yeah, see, I'm
Russia.
like,
Well,
Russia.
you know, when Czech Republic and all these companies in
Right.
Ukraine left Russia, it was smaller countries that divided from the USSR, and Latvia is one of them. And I went out there, and they have literally 2 hours of nighttime.
Word,
It was
so it's
crazy.
Daytime, all
I got
time,
there. The
6
show
o'clock.
was slotted for just the nighttime.
Yo, that's funny. Like,
We got there on site. It was dark. The show was done, and we driving back to the hotel, and the sun was coming up. I'm like, yo, that's weird, bro. But yeah,
Wow, that's
ever
cool.
since then, I've been working with him for 4 years as his. I produce all of his visuals for the tour,
Dope.
and I help produce the show.
And what is this guy's name?
We've done. No, I'm the guy that produces his, for Grandmaster Flash.
Oh, for Grandmaster
Grandmaster
Flash.
Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, I produce all of his tours now. So
that's
I
cool.
travel with him everywhere.
Oh, sweet.
And we do a bunch of shows around the world. We've done over 300 shows. We got 6 global awards now. I had dinner with the King of Sweden 2 years ago because of him.
Wow,
Nice.
that's fucked.
That's
Televised on TV, chilling next to the
that's
first
dope.
lady, the Queen. Like, yo,
So
Queen
we can
right
look this
there.
up on YouTube and you'll be right there.
Yeah, right there.
Oh my
If
god.
you look up,
yeah.
if you look up the what's it called? The what
Give
is that
him
word?
flowers.
It's like it's equivalent to. You know, it's called the Polar Music Prize. So if you look up the Polar Music Prize of Grandmaster Flash, you see me, Polar Music Prize. You see me there, the only black guy with a bunch of white people clapping.
Oh, that's it.
That
Yeah,
rock group ABBA created this Polar
ABBA.
Music Prize. Yeah, they created the Polar Music Prize Award, and they worked with the King and Queen of Sweden to make
Oh,
sure it
cool.
happens every year. And Flash got that as an
dope.
innovator for hip hop.
So every day, I mean not every day, every year he goes out there. Oh, you in
Well,
there?
we're part of the, I guess we call the Polar Music Prize Committee now.
Oh,
I guess.
sweet.
So,
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we could go hang out with Castle Hasselby every time they have the Polar
nice.
Music Prize.
That's
all
big,
set up,
bro.
Yeah, it's Sweden has been very nice to us.
Oh, that's
I have a
what's
lot
up.
of great friends there.
Shout out to IKEA.
Yeah, is that where it come from?
Yeah,
No idea.
I know this much. I got.
Rod knows about Sweden.
That's all I know about Sweden. IKEA. Like, yeah, putting the puzzles together.
I know I gotta
taking
hurry up and start doing
sponsors.
some records with Mr. L. Though I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, word up.
We need to get in the studio.
Maybe we'll go to
ASAP.
Stockholm one day. It's
Yeah.
lit out there. Stockholm is a great place, man.
Oh, word?
Get ready
Oh,
to go.
cool.
Great place.
Oh, that's yeah. I'm
I
ready
got
to
my
go. Yeah, I'm
passport.
ready. I got my
One of my
passport.
favorite
I got my
cities.
passport.
I didn't have my
Yeah.
passport for 20
I'm ready.
years.
Let's do
Alright,
it.
let's do it.
Hello.
Actually, on the last album, I wrote a song called New Passport because it was based on getting so many stamps on my passport. I had to get
think
another
I-
one.
I think you performed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
that's
right
funny.
behind the highest moment of the
Yeah,
show
yeah, you performed
with Hear Me
that.
Roar. I had to
That's
go
funny.
after that. Yo, y'all ever heard that story with Jay-Z going behind DMX? DMX
Yeah,
kills the
when he
stage
said
and Jay, oh, your turn, bro. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he said he was crying. He had
Got
people crying and
all.
everything.
And then I had to go behind him.
He was
Like,
like,
your
yo,
turn, bro.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
what I felt like that night.
That's
Hear Me
funny.
Raw smashed the night. Then they said, I want to bring up L for Hear Me for New Passport. I'm like, what? I got to
Yo,
follow that? All right, let's
Divine,
turn
what?
up. Let's turn up.
Because I ain't
That's
gonna front.
funny.
When all them women got on the stage, they kind of took over.
Oh,
that
they
shit.
took over.
That's dope.
It was
I
a
can't wait to
takeover.
see
Hear
that.
me
though.
roar.
I can't wait
It
to
was
see
a Hear
that.
Me
I
Raw.
can't
It
wait
was
to see that.
Hear Me Raw
it was a
was big.
takeover. I ain't even gonna hold
Actually,
you.
those clips of that is on my Instagram page.
Okay.
You have the greatest footage of that. Yo,
you
Ron,
always do.
y'all went on his
Always do.
Instagram. I was like, yo, how did he get that angle?
I was over
Yo.
everybody. While everybody phones up, you see me. getting
Yo, he
everything
got
like
the
that.
great
I
angle.
gotta
I'm like,
see
yo,
that.
that shit look lit on his Instagram. I ain't even want to post mine, man.
He's like, yeah, look,
It's like, nah, I'm gonna just
Another
share
artist
this.
to follow.
I'm gonna just like, let me just share his
Oh,
clip
dope.
because he went ham on this.
No, you know what?
Oh,
Somebody
shit,
told
that's
me one
funny.
day. They was like, "Yo, bro, when you post certain things, you need to watermark your shits." And I was like, at first, I was like, "Fuck that! I don't care. I'm just posting it."
Yeah, you
but
gotta
then I
put that
realized
watermark.
that my page is so influential that people all take from my page, and if they're gonna take from my page, my grindhardtv.com
yeah.
need to be on my shit.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and I
hello.
realized that shit that everybody will take
Absolutely.
from my page.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't have my watermark on shit, so now I gotta. Because
I mean-
it's tedious though, because every time you post something, you gotta put it through an editing process in your phone app,
Just-
put your watermark
I mean,
on
if
it.
they
yeah, bro.
share it through if they're appropriate,
Right.
because when I shared it, I did it appropriately.
Of course, it'll
when you
always
share
say-
it, it says Grindhard TV
Well,
right there on the
well,
bottom.
the rhyme-
Some
yeah,
people don't share it
No,
appropriately.
they'll just
That's
steal
what
it how they want
I
to
just
steal it.
Just to be clear on why watermarks exist
Right.
for y'all media snatches.
Right.
That's right.
People was like, watermark,
That's
what is that? Like,
Oh, yeah.
To make sure
watermark
you
is
don't
how your
steal my
name is on
Exactly.
it.
Brand
And so
new.
if you want to take it and repost it, my shit is on it so they know where
I
you got
promise
it.
you, I'll take your watermark out.
I know.
I'll be like,
Same here. That video editor.
yeah,
shit.
right.
See, this is the reason why sometimes I don't put my shit
some
too
people-
low because somebody just crop your shit
Yeah,
right
but
out.
some people is
You know
like,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
really? You
Try
gotta
to
put it
crop
there?
they'll crop the line out and
Exactly.
shit. Like, no, I'm
Don't
not.
put it there, bro.
I'm putting my
pal.
shit through the middle from
I
now.
actually said that on one of my records, Access. I talk about people cropping me out of the credits.
Oh, that's crazy.
Word.
I seen the pic post and I was cropped.
So this new album, Jumpstart, that you got out right now.
Jumpstart.
So you're gonna be touring around the world with this project.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
So are you bringing all of the features that's on these albums?
No
with
features
you?
on this album.
Or it's just you on the whole
Just
thing?
me.
Yeah,
so when the inception of the album, the commissioner looked at me and said, there are people out there thinking that the people that are featuring on your records are writing your records, and they don't know that I am a producer first, and I select the pieces and components and parts that belong to any songs that I produce for myself as an artist.
Right.
It took me 2 years to figure out what type of artist that I am, and it cost me $20,000. Because I experimented with a lot of things. I trusted myself, and I went on instinct on some things. I made some mistakes, and then I came back to it, and I fixed it. So that's why I'm at my 4th album now. A lot of people don't know that in 2 years I released 4 albums.
Oh, nice.
I got the Drowsy album that came out about 2 years ago. That was the first one. It was the Inception, because I wanted to celebrate the bliss to ignorance that I know I still examine in my life.
Right.
I know that I'm making mistakes, and I know that there are ignorances that I enjoy, and I'm gonna hold to those. So that's the Drowsy album is about that. Then I circled back because during the pandemic and George Floyd's murder, I was like, people need to be reminded why they need to go and vote. We're still angry. Because in March, we wanted to turn the city upside down. And then in October, people was chilling like, I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. Oh, you forgot? It starts now. It was originally called The Riot Starts Now, but I said, nope, the riot starts after that insurrection I predicted. Didn't I predict that?
Oh, nice.
I predicted that. So I was like, I called it It Starts Now, and it's definitely it's about the connection to the black man's experience to police brutality. Hold up, let me make this clear. The black man's experience to police brutality. Everybody try to deflect and talk about everything else. Police brutality is a thing. The black man is the #1 target for America's police department. Let's not get it twisted. Stop playing.
Y'all know police.
It Starts Now is about
y'all know
that.
the police department was put together
to
catch
manage
black slaves.
Yeah, it was put
That's
together
like
to manage black
once
slaves.
slavery was supposed to be abolished.
They
that's
created
when,
that.
That's when all of the laws like no soliciting, no loitering, all of them, the minor ass laws were built just to catch slaves out doing, because they know once black slaves were released, where the fuck was they going?
Right.
Where was they going? They was brought into this country in chains and bounds, then put on a plantation.
And
once they were supposed to be free, where the fuck was they going? So laws was made just so they can be caught and thrown in jail, because in the Constitution it says if you are imprisoned, you are now
no longer free,
and you will
no
not
longer
be treated
free.
in a slave mentality.
Yes, that's
so
what
the
it says.
police were formed to catch black people
To take
that were
your
supposed to
freedom
be
away.
free and put them in jail. And that's why in jail you see in all of these movies they have dudes hitting rocks with mallets and doing slave work.
Labor.
This is what this was all about. So if you look in a police logo, there's actually a slave master with a whip. And people don't even pay attention. This is why, since the inception of police, black people has always been treated wrongfully, because the cops were formed to throw black people in jail. Like, I don't understand why people is not even getting
know
this
your
shit.
rights and
You know what I'm saying?
Understand.
What it is.
So,
you need to
I
know
did a
all
third
that.
album.
Back to what you were saying, bro.
The third album,
Need
I
to know
put
that.
that out because of the pandemic and all of the social issues we were dealing with, right? In America. I said, you know what? Let's bring that song, let's bring it back to where we used to party. Before all of this, I wanted to focus on positive energy. How were we before those moments? That album was strictly constructed, and I called it Before It Started, and I talk about the things that happened before I became an artist, the things that happened before It Starts Now. And now I'm on to Jumpstart, because I want to ignite the next year, and I'm taking all the energy from a song on Before It Started record called Don't Judge Me, and I want to jumpstart 2022 with the 15 artists that I'm building and the more that's being added every day. I'm expanding it every single day. I get calls all the time, L, how can I get on your roster? L, how can I get on your roster?
Wow.
And then I give people what the criteria is. I help them understand our questionnaire process. We understand that it takes 90 working hours and 12 meeting hours to produce an album that has 9 songs. We have a process and a workflow that works, and I proved
Like
it.
a machine.
I proved it
Yeah,
over
that's
12 months that it
well-oiled
could
machine.
get done. If you commit to the 90 working, not 90 working. This is why I use the word hours, not days. 90 working hours.
Bro, you're grinding.
I hear people tell me all the time, I've been doing music for 20 years. How many hours have you put in? And I talk about flight hours all the time. You ain't getting in no cockpit with no airport pilot if he ain't got his 40,000 flight hours.
Hello.
That's what I'm talking about. So everybody that want to do this, understand your flight hours.
Hand clap for
That's
that.
why I have
Yo.
4 albums.
Yo, this is
Yo, this guy-
flight
the
hours
first show of
Yo.
the year. It turned into such an educational learning
Yo.
experience that
I feel like I want to be a rapper now. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah,
90
Joe
hours,
is the
what's
most-
up? You got 102
yeah,
hours?
Yeah,
What up?
yes, I do right now. I'm saying, you know,
I got another question for you.
Been doing
What do
this
you feel
26
about
years.
rap being considered the most dangerous job now?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
That's what I was about to tell you.
It depends on your circle.
Rappers getting shot.
It's really about the network you create for yourself. They say you live by the sword you die by, right? And that's biblical for us. We all understand that, right?
Yep.
So it's not rap that's doing it. It's our networks that's doing it. They always try to put blemishes on something that's positive, that's reinforcing and creating income and wealth for the black community and say it's rap's fault. It's not rap's fault. It's the network's fault.
Well, you know what? If you keep signing gang members,
The label will continue to shine.
that's what I'm
the
saying,
labels,
like-
they want that.
right?
So like, listen, there. You know, I'm not gonna get into Busy Bone's statement. When you get a chance, look up Busy Bone talking about
I
the
already
state
know.
of hip hop and how it made the transition from Nubian experiences to gangster experiences. I'm gonna just send you there. I'm not gonna talk on that. That's
I
not my
can't, because
platform.
I know.
Right.
I ain't
I know.
Colin Kaepernick today.
Well, you kind of were today. You were kind of.
No. I talk about art
Proud
of
to the
completion.
people.
I talk about getting it done, understanding your
But
goals.
you dropped a lot of
lining up your
jewels
tasks.
too.
the
dropped a lot of
Panthers is in the
jewels.
Yeah,
building.
I want everybody to be
A
successful.
lot of people didn't know that they could go to where it was in Russia or somewhere.
Latvia, yeah,
Latvia. Nobody knew about Latvia.
It was 20, and Latvia was
Yeah.
20,000 people.
But
I
I knew it
looked
was
out the
in
curtain
Russia.
and I saw
I knew it was
20,000
in
people
Russia.
watching my mentor, and I said,
Yeah.
God damn,
You mean
I could do
Grandmaster
this.
Flash?
Yes.
Grandmaster
Okay,
Flash.
let's get it right.
20,000
Let's let the people
people.
know that you run around with Grandmaster Flash and tour with Grandmaster Flash.
Okay. All right, let me just put this out there. I don't really see. We've known each other for a while.
Right.
I really don't tell people.
I know.
who I work with and what circles because.
But we on the Stellar Steph show
right,
today.
Right. So it's like I know, but I think it's important for people to respect me for my experience, my
Exactly.
mentality, and my ability to get it done. Rather than who I've done it
Who
for.
have done it
Because there are
with
other
and
people that I could name today, but why do that? There's people I've
right.
ghosted for, so I know the ghost process.
Right.
But that's not, that's not my MO. I don't move like that. Like, and the people that I've helped generate income know who I am.
Right.
And you could choose to credit me or not. And
Well,
I
you know
prefer
what?
them to give me the credit.
I'm here to give you your flowers.
Give
That's
me
why
your
you here on this show
I
today.
appreciate
it.
I'm
Just
giving you
make
your
sure you're
flowers.
on
So
TikTok.
I don't, you
Flowers.
sound so
TikTok.
intelligent and
TikTok
knowledgeable
flowers.
about the business. People could know, but I want people to know who are some of the living legends that you work with and run around the world with.
Yeah, running around. I was just
That's
with him.
important.
We just did a Happy New Year's party.
Exactly.
Happy
So
New
that's
Year's.
Yeah.
big right there. So look, we're gonna go into some music, but
My
before
invoice
we
is coming. No, I'm sorry.
before we do that, I want everybody to give their social medias and how they can find you and things that I saw, because we winding down towards the end, and I want to get a couple more records on here. So I want you to say, where they can find you, which is Saturdays with Mr. L.
Saturdays with Mr. L is where you find me. I got a radio platform just like this where you was hanging out with
Yep.
me. It's called Saturdays with Mr. L. We there every Saturday at Newtown Radio. So it's at Saturdays with Mr. L. You could just spell it out right there without the dot. And then Mr. L, Mr.L _ Jumpstart. So I usually just put my album's name behind that name. Mr.L _ Jumpstart, new album. Follow me there on Instagram. And then my last Instagram is for the label called More Beats. MOOREBEATS. I separate it all out because some people just want to see the label and the artist on the label.
Right.
Some people want to hear me, and some people want to be connected to my radio
And
platform.
some artists got to know that
what's
if they come in your studio and they don't got a performance rights company like BMI, ASCAP,
PRO,
CSAC,
I
whatever,
do that with everybody.
they are not coming in there.
Well, I'm gonna be. I've when they walked in and they did an interesting record and they wanted to do something that I wanted to be connected to, I sat right there and helped them set it up.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
all
what's
so
up.
you not only just
Yeah,
schooling
we go,
them, you're
we go
helping
right
them.
to the website and say this is where you can get it for free. This is where you got to pay.
Look, and
There's two places you could get your writers connected for free or for fee. And I can show you both things. When you come to my studio, I'll show you all that.
See, like,
look,
look,
there
this
y'all
is
go.
this
Look
is
at
really dope show. This is really cool. This is really cool.
See? Go ahead, Rakim, tell them about
Oh,
you.
Rakim the comedian, RAKIM the comedian, and I don't post, so what the fuck? So why you gonna go there?
I'll post for you.
I post when I show up. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I post when I show up. Like, tag me, because I don't know none of this shit. I'm older now. My eyes are fucking weak. Shit, I can't even look at these little ass fucking texts.
That's why you got them
That's why
motherfucking shades on.
Take
'cause
off that
I'm-
blinky belt.
Yo, word.
You got
Yo, come on,
baguettes
I'm not
all
the
in that
only one
shit.
that somebody said, look at this, and you be like, Pull that phone
again,
back.
tell them about that event that's coming up. That's,
Oh yeah,
that's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, the BCW Queen of the North, and then it's gonna be in Bergen Avenue, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, on the 22nd. And then I posted on my page too. Like I do post the flyers and stuff like that, But catch me where your favorite comedians at, because I'm always at their shows.
All right, well, being funnier than them.
Exactly. Yeah. Wait. I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to say that.
Let me do the dirty work. Like you're at
up.
these shows being funnier than them.
Yeah,
so
I have
Leash,
fun.
tell
I really
everybody
enjoy
what's
it.
up with you, where they can find you, and what's going on with you next.
Lesha _Lesha on IG, and Fundamentum Productions on IG, and Fundamental Productions at gmail.com.
And remember,
I'm
she's
out
number
here.
one.
You gonna see me with Roll the Rama and our new song No Limits.
Nice,
With
congratulations.
we gonna
featuring
go-
Stunner J.
Right. Produced by Fundamentum Productions.
Fundamental Productions on everything. Quiet Boy, B Woody,
Video be shot again by
Spider,
AK-40
Stunner
Devin.
J,
Produced by
Kizzy, Trina over there.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Y'all teamed up. See,
Malik
look,
got killed.
I
He
can't
about to
wait
drop
see
his
the
come out here with his
verses.
new song next week.
I think he keep running with that record still though. Like
Well, that's still
that record didn't get enough momentum yet before y'all want to just because
No,
this
he
is
got
another
that
thing.
one. He
Before
got
we end
that
this-
one, and he got one with Stunner J also.
Okay,
So
okay,
fire
okay. 'Cause
also.
I don't want. This is one thing I don't want artists to do. I don't want y'all to get into the thing where you feel like you gotta put a record out, and if it don't do what you think it did within that first 2-3 weeks, you just shelf it
No,
and
that
go
one
to
just
another
started.
one.
I think we
Like,
shooting
you
a
gotta-
video on that one, right, Trina?
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
on
yeah,
that.
you gotta.
That's
You gotta
on
work
that.
the
They
album.
doing-
Like,
they
look at
doing- yeah, they
Lizzo,
working that
for
one.
instance. That album was created 2 years ago, and then the label went back and said, wait, we missed our opportunity to really sell this.
Oh.
And they remarketed the album, and look at the explosion you saw.
Oh,
wow.
This was
So
2
a
years
lot-
later.
2 years later. So
2 years later.
a lot of times you just ahead of your
Yes,
ahead
you
of the
can be.
trend.
Yes, you can be.
But you could be
Lord.
tomorrow's trend if you
Yeah.
work the record.
Yes.
Like
Just
Jay-Z didn't make it
That's
until he
so.
worked
Right.
in my lifetime for a year.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
He went
see.
around.
He was on that boat
working-
for a year.
Wow.
It take time.
Yeah,
man.
it takes time. You got to grind it. You got to
Yeah.
find the audience for
But
your
you
work.
said 90 hours, so look, if you don't have
90,
it.
yeah, that's to create it.
Oh, to create it. So look,
Just to create it, 90 working hours and 12 meeting hours to
Where
create
your album
it.
at? You must have comedy
Yeah, I
great
do.
something, right?
I'm
Where's-
working on that right now,
All right.
actually.
All right.
That's why
all
I
right.
don't post so
Talking to
much.
me. You just talking to me
Yeah.
about that, matter of fact. Yeah.
All
That's
right.
why I don't be posting none of the stuff.
So you need a
know,
house to master it. So it's
There
good
it
for all
is.
platforms.
Bam.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
You need some tracks
yes,
behind
yes,
us.
yes,
You need some
yes, I
tracks
do.
behind
Look,
it.
look, look, look. I'm all
Listen.
in on this.
You be all in on this.
Fundamental.
That's right.
Jumpstart.
Let's go.
All right, yo, so
Fundamental.
we
We got you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Stellar Show, World of Rama.
Yeah, you already know
Yo,
that. So
I
we gonna go
appreciate
into
that.
we gonna
I'm
go
the
into a
new
couple
Hoff.
more songs.
I'm the new Hoff. I'm the new Hoff. I'm in the building.
Yo,
Daddy. Yeah, that's Daddy. I'm his son too.
I birthed a lot of niggas, y'all. So look, we gonna go into a couple more records and then we gonna see y'all next week. This is the Stella Steph Show, World of Rama, Lesha Leash, Mr. L, Rakim the Comedian, sstreetmedia. We in here, y'all.
We in
Well,
here.
We love y'all.
Could you rock that access form when you get a chance?
What
Access.
Access? Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay,
rock
all
that
right.
form.
All right.
Because
We
it's
gonna-
all
we gonna
about
go into-
giving
we
access
gonna
to
go into a
everybody. That's
couple
what
of
we're
joints.
doing.
What's up?
That's
All
what we're
right.
doing in 2022. We're giving
that. I like
access
that.
to everybody. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
all right.
Yo,
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. Happy New Year to everyone
It's a
out
good
there.
day,
Word
man.
up.
January 2nd with World of Rama on the Stella Step Show. And
You was had some bottles up in here. What's
Shout
going
out to
on?
Street
Word
Media.
up.
You was had some bottles or something
Not
to drink or
no.
something. You got a toast.
Dude said I got nips.
How you
Yeah, I got nips.
Can I have
Gonna share a little bit of this access. Making room for a little bit of access. More beats ready for that access. It's the sound that drops the access. Gonna share a little bit of this access. Making room for a little bit of access. More beats ready for that access. It's the sound that drops the access. Brooklyn in the house when we pull up. They see it's the team. Pull up. They know it's me. Pull up. They know it's us. Pull up. Brooklyn in the house when we pull up. They see it's the team. Pull up. They know it's me. Pull up. They know it's us. Pull up. Not looking for the easy pass. Let's motivate the tri-state. Gotta make it last. No brakes on the interstate. Hit the horn fast. Let it get louder. That's the blast. Doors in the past. Can't prepare for all the critics, so I wrote relative lyric. I'm rebellious with the spirit, just connected with a gimmick. Over time we will get mimicked. We break rules so y'all cool with it. Don't worry about it, we cool with it. Throw eggs at the ride while we cool with it. Don't share a little bit of this access, making room for a little bit of access. More beats ready for that access. It's the sound that drops the access. Don't share a little bit of this access, making room for a little bit of access. More beats ready for that access. It's the sound that drops the access. Brooklyn in the house when we pull up. They see it's the team when we pull up. They know it's me when we pull up. They know it's us. Brooklyn in the house when we pull up. They see it's the team when we pull up. They know it's me when we pull up. They know it's us. Got a line for a ticket. When it should have been jumping. That was way before it started. Now we don't look for parking. Got the momentum moving. Y'all can hear what we doing. Music been constructed. Now I write for reciting. These moments are for sharing, and these thoughts could be so daring. Just trying to keep you staring. Don't ask me where I'm going. When you see where I'm going and see past that post you following, bro, I'm happy that you made it. I'm still in the making. When we pull up, when we pull up, Brooklyn. When I pull up, when we pull up, when we pull up, when I pull up, when I pull up, Brooklyn. When we pull up, gonna share a little bit of this access. 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 It's the sound that drops the access. Access. Making room for a little bit of access. It's the sound that drops the access.
Easy on the track, easy on the track.
I'm gon' have what I want, take everything I'm gon' get. Cause I'm a go-getter, go figure about my figures and chips. And I'm mrL, no nigga gon' stop me and my kids. Generational wealth, it's education and health. That's why my presence is felt. I grab the mic and it melt. Fundamentum, track blessing, not to mention studio session. This flow lethal as weapons. Get the step in to learn a lesson. Curious George Jetson, kick the door cause I want it. I'm not just bragging, I'm flossing. And you just mad cause I'm talking. You'll get dragged, so stop fronting. And I'm so glad cause we bustin'. None of my team y'all can touch him. That's word to my mother, father, my brother, sister, and cousin. You thought you was, but you wasn't. Y'all roaches really be bugging. These nuts you really be hugging. Just stick to the script and you'll make it no limits like Master P. I run verse with the verses, Stunner J verse bars after me. Blast the heat, spittin' phlegm, QGTM, Queens get the money.
You can have what you want, there's no limit. Go and get it, and don't you give up. Yeah. You can have what you want, there's no limit. So go and get it. If you want it, it's waiting for you.
God, listen, yeah, the devil got my mind torn. I'm just trying to ball, but maybe got the wrong form. Singing my truth, but maybe had the wrong song. King of my city, call me Stunner J. Kong. Sky's the limit, I'm a star in my own space. They wanna judge, quarters in order, yeah, I'm a whole case. Stop playing, put my name up in the Hall of Fame. The only one to pop out the bunch, special vein. I'ma teach you how to ball, know the game. I put feeling in this shit, so yeah, I know the pain. All my life I'ma get it. I know these haters ain't with it, and watch they never admit it. Every show I'ma kill it. You can have what you want, baby, sky's the limit. I watch niggas give up on this shit cause they didn't listen. I had to go my own way, go different paths. Couldn't rock with certain niggas, it'll never last. Yeah.
You can have what you want, there's no limit. Go and get it, and don't you give up. Yeah. You can have what you want, there's no limit. So go and get it. If you want it, it's waiting for you. You can have what you want, there's no limit. Go and get it, and don't you give up. Yeah.
other niggas ain't seen me, seen me, seen me, seen me, seen me. Your new nigga ain't seen me, and that's on that. Not many niggas out here seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your ex nigga ain't seeing me. I can give you details on details. I can give you refills on refills of this sunny D in the morning, waking you up early in the morning. I can get it poppin' like a wheelie. The love I show it to you freely. The gifts I give it to you willingly. Your ex in the mirror, they seeing me, and that's on God. Trust and believe, it's us against our lives. Don't compare Prince to a fraud. For you, I go breaking all the law. Them other niggas ain't seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your new nigga ain't seeing me, and that's on that. Not many niggas out here seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your ex nigga ain't seeing me. I'm just saying you can do better. And I know your girls have to do that lately. You call me all the time, I call you daily. I'm always on your mind cause I'm your baby. I rest inside my arms cause I bring safety. I wouldn't let you go if they pay me. Let me shoot inside you like a rocket. Let me put inside you like a socket. If you ain't leaving me, you need to stop it. If you wanna go, we can rock and roll. Them other niggas ain't seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your new nigga, you see me, and that's on that. Not many niggas out here seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your ex nigga, you seeing me. Whoa. Them other niggas ain't seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your new nigga ain't seeing me, and that's on that. Not many niggas out here seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me, seeing me. Your ex nigga ain't seeing me.
This is a King Green None of That production.
Let's turn. Yeah. Y'all niggas move too funny for me. I move different. 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 I don't do clubs, I do lounges. Strictly surrounded by all out-of-towners. I make more moves, less announcements. I don't talk much unless I'm talking with accountants. Yeah. You do it for the income, I do it for the outcome. Just because you're doing a lot. Well, that don't mean you're getting a lot done. I never put a towel on my face. Laugh about cats in the case and rattle my ace. I don't chase bank, I bank and chase. I got good depth and a couple of few investments at low interest rates. They, you, skirt. I be like, babe, what's up under that skirt? The music is exclusive by Yusef. The UF for the two-step, I move different. 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 You post up a lot on IG. Me, I'll post up on your block. I'm a G. I don't DM women on social media either. I pull up on them, it's easier for me to be with her. You rap, I spit. You click, clack, I rat, hit. You wanna own 10 chains and a fast ride. I wanna own like 10 chains of a franchise. And I don't buy. I'd rather lease that car, homie. Know why? Know why? Know why? For me, it sorta makes sense. When you own your own company, that's a business expense. I pop in and out, yeah. You pop Percocet. I pop up, pop off, I perk up your set. You do 2 sips and you're useless. I do a fifth and I'm ruthless. I move different. 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 I move different.
This is a King